Armory and more here. Hopefully you're having a blessed day so far. I had a lot going on yesterday, to say the least. There we go. For some reason it was zoomed in a little too much. Wonder I'm having a problem. Things fitting in the screen. Of course, rifles take up a lot of space anyways. Let's see if I can raise you guys up just a little bit, folks. There we go. Appreciate you all coming by to Desert Armory and more. Pray everything's going well today. I'll probably maybe retitle some of this. We're not sure. Eventually, once it gets posted, I had on there that I went to Charlie Kirk's memorial, and if you had any questions about it. But it also is Monday bolt action day. So I got all my bolt actions out. I might leave these out for later as well, because some people that wanted to see the bolt actions weren't in here. They normally are in here during the day, so they're in here during the evening when I usually have a live. So anyways, yeah, today is bolt action Monday, so we got all our bolt actions. Hey Focus, welcome to the chat. How is your day going so far? Appreciate you stopping by, brother. Focus 904. Today I'm a little worn out from being drug around a lot yesterday, going to Charlie Kirk's memorial there in Phoenix. So today is touching base with customers and maybe cleaning out the work van. We'll see. Just finished painting another firearm. Nice. Now, is that for yourself or is that for a customer? Guys, welcome to the chat. Double tap the screen, like and subscribe. Appreciate you coming by. Today is Bolt Action Monday. We also are answering any questions. If you have any question about Charlie Kirk's funeral memorial, I was there last night at the stadium there in Phoenix, the State Farm Stadium for the Cardinals there. So if you got any questions about that, I'll try to answer them to the best I can remember. It was kind of honestly a kind of a big blur and a shock and just a lot to take in. I mean, the President of the United States was there. Vance was there. I mean, piles of YouTubers that I watch that are conservatives were there. You name it, they might have been there. The one person that wasn't, and I was kind of shocked, was Ben Shapiro. Lens is dirty. We're going to clean it. Sorry, guys. There we go. Ben Shapiro was not there. I was kind of shocked because I know Ben Shapiro said he was taking some of Charlie Kirk's slack for his podcast, and so was it Tucker Charlson was there, but he said he's taking up some of the slack too on one of his videos. But anyways, hey, good morning, Eastern Washington. 16 of you in the chat. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, that is surprising after you made that video. Right, that's what made me shocked too. I was like, well, yeah, Ben Shapiro said he was going to take up some of the slack, and it's like he wasn't even there at the memorial. Liam, hello, brother. The Mighty Cal, how are you? Mighty Caller, thanks for coming by. So yeah, if you have any questions about Charlie Kirk's memorial, I was there yesterday. Just to the right of his big poster. If you're looking at the big poster, I was just to the right of it, a couple seats over. I know, right? I know. He was supposed to be taking, him and Tucker was trying to take help with his podcast. True, yep. So today, if you got any questions about the memorial, as well as today is Bolt Action Monday. So if you got any questions about the firearms as well. So we got all our bolt actions on the table. Barely fit. We could not fit the 3-foot shotgun, the 3-foot barrel shotgun. Yes, Liam Garrett, Trump was there. That was... Again, all that to take in was just so hard to take in. Seeing Trump there, Elon there, Benny Johnson, a lot of heads of states, Tucker Charlson, Ben Charlson, like the surgeon, Ben Charlson, I think his name is. I mean, just so many people. The representative, what is her name? Tolucci or something like that. She was there. The one that has like a blackish hair with that little blonde streak. Unfortunately, I can't remember her name. I think it's Tolucci or something like that. She was there. Whole bunch of people were there, like people I didn't think of, and then the praise and worship band that was up there. A few of the names I knew that were performing there. Phil Wickham, I know his name. Chris Tomlin was there on a second break when they were like in between everything. Some other Christian singers that I don't know a lot of them by name, but a lot of people would have. It was interesting. Tucker had a lot to say about Israel being a part of this for some weird reason. That's just what he wanted to do, I guess, guys. Thanks for coming in. 45 of you in the chat. Thank you all for coming. So today is Bolt Action Monday. If you got any questions about the guns, let me know. If you want to know what's in the stack, and we got one bolt action, there's a shotgun there. Also, I was at Kirk's Memorial, Charlie Kirk's Memorial last night in the stadium live. So if you got any questions about that, let me know. I tried to post as much as I could. YouTube pulled some of it because it was copyright infringed. They let part of the video slide through, but then they came to another song and I had to repeal that one. So that's Photo Reel 2. Will take some time to get reposted, unfortunately. I would have loved to do a live later in the time when Trump was up and when Vance was up and some of those other high-end people. But my phone was like at 10%, and I was like, I need to put it on airplane mode, just take pictures and videos. It just got less and less percentage, and right before Trump was done, my phone said 2%. I'm like, sorry, I can't do anymore, unfortunately. So my friend got some videos of that stuff. I'm sorry I could not do a live. I should have been smart enough and brought a battery pack like this other guy did that was behind me for a while. Ain't got no questions. I'm probably just going to chill here for a while. Okay, Asane, appreciate you coming by. Hey, Asane, I see you had a video made about you and some other people, huh? It was, what, Mango made a video about you and some other people? I wasn't sure how to take that, brother. Maybe if you make a comment about it, say it cautiously. Yeah, Mango did. Some video about you and like 3 other people, what you look like when God Save the King comes up or something. I mean, it was just kind of strange. There he is. Hey, Mango, speak of him. Hopefully everything's okay between you and Sane and some others. Maybe it was just a joke. If you got something to say. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, just keep it out of the chat if you don't mind. Hey, Metro, what's up? How's it going? Please subscribe. Thank you. If someone wants to put that in the chat to hold there, that would be great. But again, guys, I was at Charlie Kirk's Memorial last night. I'm about 3 hours away from them, or all day I was there. I'm about 3 hours away from that, so... Oh, Mango, if you got any beef with Sane, I don't know. I just saw your post about some for video. It looked a little strange, so... I don't know if you got beef with Sane or what, but anywho, I was just saying keep that out of the chat. But yeah, let's see. Thank you for doing that. We will pin that one, Mango. Appreciate it. But yeah, if you got any questions about Charlie Kirk's memorial yesterday, I was there. The whole thing. If you like that, you got any questions about it, let me know. Today also too was Bolt Action Monday. So if you got any questions about my bolt actions on the counter or whatever. Okay. Just wanted to make sure, Mango. All good. Thanks for clarifying. I did a live partway into the service, but unfortunately we weren't able to do the whole thing because my battery's going dead. And one of my videos got pulled for copyright infringement, so we're working through that one right now. Just one do once. Okay, gotcha, guys. 105 of you in the chat. Appreciate you coming by, guys. Today is Bolt Action Monday, so my table behind me is full of bolt actions. What bolt actions do you have, if you have any? We got all the rifles here in all sorts of calibers, and then we got a bolt action shotgun, as well as if you got any questions about Charlie Kirk's memorial. I was there last night, so I was there live in the stadium. It was kind of a lot to take in. Hey, Lusk, how's it going? I'm jealous of those lever actions. Are a beauty. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, yeah, I have 30-30 Rossi on the bottom. We've got a... You know what? I need to turn my light on in here, guys. Hey, guys. There we go. The next one up is a 44 Magnum 94 model made in the 70s. This one's a 25-35 made in early 1900s, model 94. This one is a model 92 chambered in 32 Winchester centerfire made in 1895. And this is a Winchester model 92 made in early 1900s, chambered in 25-20. I do have a lever action shotgun right here. It's a 10 gauge made in 1901, model 1901. And then I do have a 300 Savage. It's a model 99 in there. Decide yourself, who's your favorite 2A content creator? Oh, I wouldn't say I'm my favorite 2A con creator. I wouldn't say that by far. I'm not. I just try my best. Thank you, Les. Guys, if you like this type of stuff, like and subscribe. Appreciate it. Hey, Torkov, however you pronounce it. Tarkov, there we are. Tarkov Tom. You have a bolt action 12 gauge. Yeah, mine's a 12 gauge, and it's a original Goose Gun Marlin. It's the only Marlin I own. My favorite 2A content creator. I really like Pew Pew View. I like Honest Outlaw. Of video content that do like long format. I do like Brandon Herrera, although unfortunately I don't like his language all the time. Kentucky Ballistics, Hickok 45, One Shot TV. Civilian Tactical is pretty good. All those ones that a lot of people watch. I don't know if I have original. No, Tarkov, like a Kalashnikov, Kartov. Yeah, I don't know how to. It's a tongue twister, but is the first bolt action in the table a Koi Model 34? No, that one is a Winchester model. We're not touching anything, YouTube. I forget what it is. The model's on the side there. I forget. It's a little single shot 22. Yeah, Papa is really good. For lives, I would say Arms Room and Utah Dad is one of my favorite. And then, yeah, Papa would be in there, and Alex is in there too. Brandon Herrera, for me, has a pass on language because he's just a really funny guy. Yeah, same. Yeah, I like the Arms Room as well because he's really chill, as well as he's a believer in Christ too. I appreciate that a lot. And some of you others are too, and I appreciate that. And then just being 2A content is just being an honest, upfront person, a good standing citizen. If you do 2A content, that's what you are. And that's what America's about. You know, loving your neighbor as yourself, standing up for right and truth. Keep up those good works, family. Michael Johnson from Stone Mountain, GA. God is so good, 100%. Amen, Michael. Yes, God is good all the time, even when we don't feel like he is. Like in Kirk's situation. Charlie, wow, that was, right now I'm coming to tears. That was such a tearjerker when Erica came up, and especially when she said, I forgive the man that murdered my husband. Oh my. Sorry guys, I'm coming to tears right now. The whole, probably half the stadium was in tears or more. It was, my 4Yo, welcome to the chat. Appreciate you coming by. Some of my family are Christians. Good, man. Speaking of Brandon and Kirk, did you see the video talking about the incident? If it's the one I saw, I'm not 100% sure. I saw one of them. It's sad times right now, but we all have to stick together. Yes, I think it's going to bring us together, kind of like 9/11 did. 9/11 brought us together, and I think this hopefully will too. Are these legal in Canada? Some might be. I know shotguns are. Those aren't shotguns. Those are bolt-action rifles. I know a lot of shotguns are legal in Canada, like double barrels. Maybe some single shots too. I know there's a lot of. That's one thing that Canada is good for letting in, shotguns. They're perfectly fine as well. Yep. Yeah, it just sucks. Some kids at my school were joking about him dying. Do they have a social media and they do that on the social media? If they do, you could report them and they could get into trouble for that because that's celebrating violence and death. And that is against the law to do. It is. It's against the law to celebrate violence and death. And so that's why people are losing their job. People keep saying, well, no, it's freedom of speech, freedom of speech. There is freedom of speech, but there's not freedom from consequences. That's what people post too. Yeah, you can say all you want, but there's consequences for celebrating evil. Just like there's consequences for celebrating good. Hopefully good stuff becomes about it. But anyways. Mango, I kind of brush on it off and on. Yeah, you're right. It's easier that way. But when things like this come up and people ask, I'm willing to welcome it in and hear their opinion. Kids do that on purpose for clot. Right. And the attention. They want it bad attention. Reporting them can only, yeah. Do you hunt? Hey, Sam, welcome to the chat. This is Desert Armory More. Appreciate you coming by. I am just starting to do hunting. We did a dove hunt. Did some shorts of that. Not a lot because it was just me shooting. Nobody holding the camera. Then we have a whitetail deer hunt coming mid-November. So subscribe, turn on your notifications, and you'll be able to see some of that stuff, guys. Appreciate you coming by. It's 100% legal to mock the dead. Yep. I don't think you should. Yeah. It's 100% legal to. Yeah. Freedom of speech. But depending on how you do that, it can affect you. I'll be right back. I need to get my tablet. I want to put my subscription counter up again. Guys, appreciate all coming by. Personally, the deepest I'll go is talking about mental health, as I do think people need to talk about that when they feel like alone. And my channel's about inclusion. Gotcha, brother. All right, let's see if I can pull up my subscription counter here. There we go, guys. Just subbed, my friend. Appreciate that. There's my subscription counter. We're going to put it over here. I'm going to stick you over by the lever actions while I put my tablet over there so YouTube doesn't accuse me of doing something I didn't. But I also make requests, like say if you want to see a certain gun, ask if I have it. I think the screen's too bright on that thing. Ask if I have the certain, what do you call it? Ask if I have a certain gun, and if I do, I will put it on the table the following live. You're at 1K now. Yes, I have been for a little while. Unfortunately, I do not have a Colt Python. If I had one, that would be really neat. But yeah, just like Mango made a request. If I had it, I'd put it on the table the following day. If you ask if I have a 1911, I have one. I would stick it on the table the following live. Usually 6 p.m. Arizona time. I'm doing one in the center of the day today because I had the time to do it. What about a custom King Cobra made by Colt? I do not have a King Cobra. I do have 2 Colts, but they're police positives. They're a little lower end, not as collectible, but they're still worth a lot of money. Especially the one. It's in really, really good shape. Hardly a scratch on it. Pristine finish. The other one's a little older, or it's about the same age, but it's got patina on it. If you want to see that, make a request. I'm playing Injustice Fighting. Oh, yeah, I don't play that. A 22 LR. Yeah, I got a couple of them, brother. So we got this Winchester. Let's see here, guys. We are gonna point. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to grab something to point with. YouTube hates it when we do dumb stuff, or they think it's dumb stuff. Guys, we got a stick here. This is a 22 Winchester bolt-action single shot, and this one's a 22. The first gun ever registered in my name, 22 LR. It's a Mark II Savage bolt-action. So today's bolt-action Monday. Those are all my bolt-action guns, and then we have one bolt-action, what do you do here? Shotgun. As in my subscriptions, yes, I got to 1,000 a couple days ago. It's been slowly hovering over 1,200, and then it dropped down to 11 again, and back to 1,200, 11 again, yeah. 250 made, I got one given to me by my wife's. Oh, nice. Wow. Good for you. Is it true in Arizona you can own full auto weapons? Carmen's Mission to Conquer. Interesting name. Yes, you just need to go through the proper paperwork just like a lot of other states. You got to file the right paperwork, a tax stamp, and have even more aggressive background checks. Let's see, it's over. How do I lose that fight? Not sure, brother. I have a bolt-action shotgun. Yeah, look, I got one right there. Hey, Monday. On Tuesday, to change it to something else, we got a bolt-action 12-gauge right here. It's a 36-inch barrel, if I recall. It's a Marlin Original Goose. 20 hour 9 is good for camping and small game. Yeah, they would be. If you're getting squirrels, I would say, and like even coyotes, a 22 LR. If you're more like hiking and you don't want to be attacked by stuff, 9x19. Can you do a backflip on that? On the screen? Unfortunately, no. I don't know how to do a backflip. Thanks for asking, though. Do you know how to do backflip? Victor Lisko. Vintovach 9. I do have a Kalashnikov AK, and I do have a Makarov, if you're meaning that. I have a Makarov in there. Maybe you want to see that if you for next live. I'm not sure. Oh, you're sick right now. Mango. So is my mom and some of my friends, unfortunately. No way, my brother just brought a Super Goose. Yep, I got one right here. It's a Super Goose 12 gauge, a 36 inch. Monday, Tuesday toots. There we go. Monday moos and Tuesday toots. And Wednesday wines. Wah. Thursday triumphs. Where's my boy Mike? Oh, there he is. Who's Charlie Kirk? Mike, I think you know who Charlie Kirk is. He's in the 10 gauge. Ascente. Oh, sweet. 10 gauge bolt action. That one's called the Super Goose. If it's a Marlin, it's called a Super Goose, not the original Goose. Nice. I've seen those. They're kind of hard to find, just like the 12 gauge is. I have a couple 10s. I have a 10 gauge right here, a 10 gauge double barrel right there, a 10 gauge lever action right here, and a 10 gauge single shot right there. But guys, yeah, today is Bolt Action Monday, as well as answering any questions that you may have of Charlie Kirk's memorial. I was there yesterday live in the stadium if you got any questions. Yeah, my brother just got a Marlin Super Goose. Use that shot. It's 3-inch. Yes, this one shoots 3-inch magnums too. But 3-inch 10 gauge, I'm not sure where to find those. I have the 3.5-inch right here. Boy, those things kick like a mule because they're like magnums. Woo, they hurt. And then I also load my own for those old ones. They're more like a 3 1/4 because they're not cut down. Right here. Those are a 10 gauge. I use them in my really old, sorry it's all grainy guys. I think for some reason the quality's low today. I can kind of tell in the camera. Yeah, those are 10 gauge brass that I load myself. I got a warning from YouTube. Yep, I haven't got any warnings. I got a couple things. I just posted one of my shorts got copyright infringement for the music playing in the background. And I just had to explain that it was it's a live event for Memorial. They're playing music there, and so they corrected the one and it passed. The one song. Once they got to the next song, I had to appeal for it again. That hey, yes, this I'm still at the same event, same exact video. Well, it's a different video, but in the same short, and so I had to make sure that that was okay. You know. Do you have any idea where to find 25 Auto? Asante. My local Gun and Pawn has it. My local Cal Ranch has it. You could check Ammo Seek or Gun Broker. I got 25 Auto from Gun Broker. It was Spear Dot 25, like for a pocket self-defense, like a backup boot gun or something. I got a warning gun for Child and James because it was a video of some kids doing some stupid fighting. Yep, that's definitely one you can get leg flagged on. I don't know if you could appeal that or not. But guys, 184 of you in the chat. We thank you for coming by. Double tap the screen. Subscribe if you could. I ran out of space trying to list off my bolt action rifle. That's being said, I have 30 of them, with 21 of them being military ones. Yeah, that's the problem. Look, I'm at the end of the table right here. And I believe that's all my bolt actions, which includes military. And then my bolt action shotguns right there. You can find 25 Auto in Russia. Yeah. Who hates the British more, Micah or Tough? Who knows? You do. Okay. Appreciate it. Hey, you're welcome, Ascent. It wasn't even actual fighting. Okay, literally 50% of the memes where you talk about how Tough hates the British. Guys, appreciate you coming by. Today is Bolt Action Monday, as well as we're answering questions about Charlie Kirk's memorial. I was there last night, yesterday, all day. If you got any questions, let me know. Can I see your bolt action shotgun? Sure, let me take you off the screen here, or off the stand. Alrighty. Mr. Michael wants to see it up close. Right here. Recently purchased one and would like to know more about it. The feed's a little bit wonky. Do you prefer 44 Special, 41 Russian? Never shot 44 Russian. Do you have a ZPAP M70 AK-47? Asante, I have a Kalashnikov. What you call it? AK-47. Why is the video quality so poor today? It makes no sense. Gene, how many guns did you bring with you to the Memorial Service? Gene, I doubt if you did, because they were searching everybody. You weren't allowed to, so Not sure why you're asking that question. Hello, good afternoon, my brother. Very good from Uzbekistan. Wow, Arnold. Don't think I've seen you yet. Maybe there was an Arnold in here. Can't remember, but from Uzbekistan. Nice. Nightfire. Why do people have so much garbage and trash? I know, right? Were you there? I posted a video about it as well as other people did too. It makes no sense. Like, pick up your trash. If you're there camping overnight, make a mess, pick it up. To get into the gate, we had to trample over so much trash. It was disgusting. I know, Nightfire. Guys, like and subscribe if you could. We also are answering questions of Charlie Kirk's memorial. I was there. 62 by 51. I do have one sent. It is right. Where's that thingy at? Oh, no, it's by 54. Sorry. It's right here, 762 by 54. I mean, I have something that shoots 762 by 51. My 30-06 would. It's right here. Right there. With the butt plate on it. It's a little hard to see. It's a Remington 700. It's right here. This one's a Remington 772 with the scope, which is a 270. You asking for edit. Do I need to edit? No. 762 by 39. Yep, I got one right here. That would be my AK. Right there. Fish and chips, please. Arnold, get the DA chopper. Get the chopper! Can you give me a bolt action? ZXCR Wheelie Man. I remember seeing you in some other gun chats. Appreciate you coming by. It means a lot when you visit us too as well. Unfortunately, they're mine right now. Jerome, I'm getting bullied by Santa Micah. Be nice, guys. It's because they don't care. It's all about appearance and seeming holy. Unfortunately, that's not true, Jim. I was there. I think you're acting like you were there because there's no way they would actually let that in there. The president was there, buddy. So, unfortunately, I don't think you're telling the truth. 354 to you in the chat. Thank you, guys. Double tap the screen if you could. Subscribe. Today is Bolt Action Monday. Thank you for coming by, y'all. Appreciate it. We also are answering if you have any questions about Charlie Kirk's memorial. I was there yesterday, all day. Hey, Lisa, at work, we'll listen. Okay, thanks for taking the time. Saint and Mike are band. Just not now. Have you ever shot tungsten core 308? I haven't. Tungsten core 308 is hard to find, I believe. I do have some steel core green tip 556, and I do have some steel core 762 by 54R. Congratulations, 12 subs. Thank you. Alt, how are you? Are you suggesting you wouldn't shoot? Bye-bye. Alt, we do not need those comments. That's hateful comments. Goodbye. I was just joking. I don't know about Micah. Yeah. What muzzle device is that on the AK? I'm not sure. It came with it. Some people are like, oh, that's on the 524, whatever, 529 by 39. I don't know. I forget. But it came with it, so I have no idea what it is. It works really great. Joking. Michael, hey, how are you doing? What is your favorite plinking setup? Can we see and hear why? First time watcher. Appreciate you coming by. One of my favorite plinkers actually is this one here, my AR. It works great. I put my, the mag that come with them, original size 30 mag, and it works great. And obviously, I love my 22s. I got these two rifles here that are 22. Today was bolt action Monday, which I just thought about something. I got one more bolt action somewhere else. And I love plinking with 9mm and 22 LR pistol as well. Let's see. I appreciate you coming by, Michael. Hopefully that answers your question. Can you see? I saw those. The pistols I don't have out since today's not about pistols. It's a bolt action 22s, bolt action whatever that I have. All about bolt actions today, as well as if you got any questions about Charlie Kirk's memorial, I was there. Donald Trump was there. Yes, he was. Swift, how you doing? Just got here. Which one of the rifles you say you used for... Swift, we don't need to talk about that. I don't have what he had, for one thing. I have a Mauser, but not that. Oh, really? How much trash do you take with you? Also, not all guns are made of metal. Gene, unfortunately, we don't need you in the chat. Charlie Kirk is now anti-gun. I'm not sure how to take that, Joe. I'll leave you in the chat because it's true, in a way. Let's see here. Tazoo, how are you? Have any night scopes? I don't, Tazzy. Sorry, I think I called you Kazoo. I don't have any night scopes. That'd be neat to get some. Tungsten core makes soft armor useless. Correct. That's for the 5x45x39. Yeah, that's what people keep saying. They're like, oh, that's a 5x45 one. I'm like, well, it came with that one. Maybe because it's a California legal rifle, and that's what they put. Swift, what rifle would you recommend to somebody that wants to get into long range shooting as a beginner? As a beginner, I would say a 6.5 Creedmoor. They can go about 1,000 rounds. Sorry, well, they can do that too. 1,000 yards, decently easily. I would suggest getting a Ruger American or a Tikka for a beginner. Obviously, you can go farther than that if you get, like I have in the back here, it's this big old boy right here. It's a Lapua. Of course, this is a different tip. This is a hunting tip. I loaded that myself on the loader here. But that one back there is a Ruger Precision with a Vortex Viper scope in 338 Lapua. Want me also to put alternator and timeout? No, just leave them. Expensive and hard to find, though. Yes, some is. Yes, that is very sad, saying. Where do you buy your ammo? Like, where's the cheapest? Daniel, good question. So I get some of mine at local pawn shops. That helps. My local Cal Ranch has ammo on sale quite often for 9mm. Swap meet, as well as online, I get some through either Gunbroker or, what do you call it? Ammo Seek. Read my other two messages, please. I'm sorry, I can't, brother. We got 405 people in here. Unfortunately, I got to really go here. Nice Arsenal. Thank you. JJ, don't you think we want to buy a gun from YouTube? You can't. They're not for sale. What would you recommend for somebody who wants to get into long range? I did mention that one. Parrot's fault. Sorry about that, buddy. You should have asked him who exists now, he or Palestine. What do you think? What do you do for a living? Oh, I am a handyman. Any 450 BM. Bushmasters. No, Derek. Unfortunately, I do not. Night scopes are hell expensive. They are. Greetings from Germany. Mr. Pale. Thank you for coming by. Do you like the Taurus G2C? Never had it. I do like him. First time watcher. Nice setup. Red Bounty. Thank you. I'm sorry I'm reading these so fast. Adam May. Welcome. Why do you need so many guns? It's America. I'm back, says Cyrus Gonzalez. How do you get any air guns? I got one right there. I got it from an air gun shop that also sells paintballs. What is the best all-around curve? 30, 308, 30, 6, 45, 223, or what you? 223 is the same as 556, other than one's hotter than the other. I would say either 308 or 30-6. We use HK53. Nice. Catnip. He says, whoa. Luqual says, do you hunt? Yes. Dove so far and whitetail deer. Mid-November I'll get some. I put in for javelina and bison. Kirk can deserve to die. Yes. Rest in peace. Correct. I thought you Gunbroker was too sketchy. No, not for me. I've always had... There was one guy that was not very good at listing. I told him he messed up. He said it was my fault, not his. I kept the gun. Another one was I bought one. It was advertised as a 20 gauge. After starting to work on it, I said, hey, this is a 12. What do I do? They never responded. A 25 Creedmoor Mars a good one. Yep, they are. I'm back, says Micah. Hey, Sindasui. Welcome. What's your favorite gun? My favorite lever action is here. My favorite bolt action is this back one. My favorite handgun is a TTI Canic Combat. My favorite semi-automatic is my AK. My favorite shotgun is this double barrel right here. That kind of sums it up right there, if that makes sense. British hater. Hey, be nice. Have you parted today? Not sure what you mean, Liam Betty. You were at Kirk Memorial. Yes, I was. Thanks for mentioning that. If you got any questions about it, as long as they're within reason, I will try to answer them if I get to it. Hit on the right against the cabinet. Two-handed. Is that with the two-handled on the right against this one here? That's a shotgun. That one's a pellet gun. This one is a SKS. Cam on the floor, two-handed. This thingy is a MP5 clone. We got two shotguns there, an AR, an AK. This right here is a shotgun, 12 gauge semi-auto. You need one. Yep, there you go. Are you a Democrat? No, I am not. I am a conservative. Yeah, but broke, so pens are mag 12. Okay, there you go. How many do you have? About 80 to 100, Jackson. Guys, double tap the screen if you like this stuff. Brad, you said they're beautiful. Could you double tap the screen and subscribe? Has not. I do not know, and we shouldn't. I could survive one because they're all legal. What's a good beginner rifle? Depends what you want, but I would say for hunting, Ruger American or a Savage in 6.5 Creedmoor, 270, 30-06, or 308. Floor handle, sorry. Floor handle. I don't know what you're meaning, brother. These are parts right here for guns I'm working on, if you're meaning that. Other than that, I'm sorry, I don't know. I would love to take more time, but we got a lot of people in the chat. Bro, you're prepared for the EDB of the world, ending the world. Oh, there we go. Is any good use 12 gauge 9mm adapter for actually target? I don't know. I've never tried them. I think they're kind of cool. Carl, hey, how are you? You're war ready. There we go. Thanks for your response, by the way. Thank you. Jackson, I subscribed, he says. Thank you. Were you that 1300? Appreciate it. Like and subscribe, guys. Maybe you want to see the face that's talking to you. Just so you know, some people say I look like Prince Harry. Maybe, maybe not. You decide in the chat. Thanks, guys, for coming by. How long did it take you to build your collection? I started with this 22 bolt action when I was 18. I'm 35 now, so I've been collecting ever since. You got any Henrys? I have a Henry 22 in the cabinet, as in the closet, I mean. Needs to be sent in to be worked on because it has problems. Aircraft for gift chart. I know, Adarsh, I was there. I heard that. Like half the people or more were crying. It was such a wonderful thing. It just reminded me of the scripture that talks about when your enemy does this, that, or the other to you, you forgive, turn the other cheek. I was like, whew. I'm getting in tears right now thinking of it. Men Time of the World. Yep, I figured you'd do that. Do you reload your ammo? I do. I reload my 338 Lapua, my 2320, my 2520, my 25 Rimfire. I actually make that. Let's see here. I'm going to start loading other stuff too. Oh, my screen went off again, guys. Sorry about that. For my counter here. Things not staying on as long as it used to. You can take a good look at my lever actions there. Let me find out here. Don't know what you mean, Carl. I'll leave you in the chat for now. Hello, says VIP. How are you? I'm doing great. A little tired from all yesterday's ordeal of going to the Memorial and driving 3 hours there and 3 back. Which is your favorite? My favorite lever action is this one. It's a 3220, made in 1895. Favorite bolt action is my Ruger Precision 338 Lapua. My favorite semi-auto is my AK. My favorite pistol that's a semi-auto is my Canik TTI Combat. My favorite shotgun is my double barrel Beretta here. Them guns worth some money. Some are. Yep, that's amazing. You were there. I love Power Jesus. Amen. I could feel it. Definitely. Something wrong. Yeah, something is wrong. Any 4570 levers. One day, brother. One day we plan on it. Matt says, nice collection. Sorry, Liz. I'm way behind on the chat. Go ahead and fire away. I'll hopefully get to it. You have a $22 competition. Nice. With a suppressor. Relentless. That's for God to decide. Favorite revolver. Mine is in this box. It's a 460 Smith & Wesson. Guys, got a lot of people in the chat. Could you double tap, like this, and subscribe? No, I don't think they are siblings, Washington. These weapons are great, but it's strange that I saw them. Aren't they banned in your country? I am in Arizona. I'm in Arizona and USA. It's really good here. Love weapons and also love the hacking game. Gotcha. Love YouTube channel. Thank you. Appreciate it. I think you said you subscribed. It means a lot to the channel. It's so obvious, but I've never thought to place them upside down. Well, yeah. They fit on the rack better. If you stick them the other way, they want to roll over. People ask, why do you put them upside down? They can stay that way, right? Get you some ARs. I got one, brother, right there. And an AK. Your channel got recommended to me, and this guy definitely deserves a subscription. Thank you, Artish. I appreciate that. I'm glad someone's spreading out. How good are FX9s? I don't know what an FX9 is. Do you hear that Kali is banning Glocks? I did, and boo on, what's his name? Newsom. Yep, Trump was there during. Trump was there at the rally thingy, the memorial. Got to get a micro dagger too. Draco. Maybe, possibly. I'm not really into that stuff much. It's a 9mm AR-15. Okay, that'd be neat. Upside down makes quick grab. Well, that too. You just grab it. Whoosh, the lever's right there. It's not getting all stuck inside the loop-de-doops, right? Darren, yes, yeah, he was there. So was JD Vance, obviously, and Elon Musk was, but he was not. He wasn't out and about much. Do you have an SLR? I do not. They're allowed to scary somebody. Don't know what you mean, Carl. Maybe you auto fix that. It was a little messed up, maybe. Can you put the phone somewhere and show the AK from the angle? So I could bring it up close. I can't touch the firearms on a live, but I can get up close. There you go, buddy. Hey, my quality went up for the video. Micah, you guys remind me of children when they would get picked on at school, each other, and I'm kind of funny. Yeah. For both of the two pistol sizes, rifles are about okay. At Arsh's, they had extra glasses for protection. They were not messing. No, yeah, they did. For the higher profile people, they stuck behind the glass. Hello, Desert Armory, says Russell Clausen. Thanks to the chat. Appreciate you coming by again. Guys, if you aren't subscribed, if you could, we'd appreciate it. Double tap that screen. It means a lot to us. Do you see with band holding guns? I don't know. Yeah, well, they ban guns to touching it on lives because somebody off themselves. Snapper guns. Hey, Rianne, Esau. Love the last name there, Esau. SMG. I do not. MP5 is a beauty. Yes, I just got the brace for it. We just stuck it on the other day. I did a live unboxing of it when I did a live the other day. There's the box still sitting there. We'll see how it works sometime. I'm a mod at Llamas. Okay. I'm not a mod at his. I'm a mod at Alex's and somebody else's. Someone off themselves. Yep. How long did you take to collect all these bebes? I started when I was 18 with this rifle right here. That's a 22. That one there. I've had that since I was 18, and I'm 35 now. So, what's the oldest firearm you own? Ben Garcia. It would be this right here, this hexed barrel Kentucky rifle from the 1820s to 1860s. Tucked in there right there. Right there, tip of my finger. Noise is John Akmopo. However you pronounce it. Unfortunately, I think I'm butchering it. Like and subscribe, guys. Appreciate it if you could. Oh, how wonderful and beautiful. I've never seen such a huge amount of weapons before. I do not even know their names. I only know the name of AK. Gotcha. It's called Freedom Ordnance. Okay, gotcha. Let me screenshot that, guys. I want to look that up one day. 172 in the chat. Double tap the screen, like and subscribe. We are also taking questions on... I was at Charlie Kirk's memorial yesterday. If you got any questions of that, let me know. I was live in the stadium. Saw it all. It was very chilling, eye-opening, sad, but refreshing and good. My buddy has an MP522. Nice. Thought of MP5 was a SMG. So that one is an MP5 clone. It's made by Century Arms, and it's called the AP5. With the guy who owned it before me, put all HK parts in it. Guys, get along. Quit annoying each other. Okay, saying whoever else. I don't, Jackson. I would love to get one. My local swap meet had one for $1,200 one day. If I had the money, I would have bought it. Have anyone ever tried to break into your house, pull off a gun? No, not yet. Do you have an FN? I have one FN. It's in there. It's a 5.7 FN. Is that a Marlin? You have. This is a Marlin, the bolt-action shotgun. And 1 gram would be nice. Yeah, he left okay. When do you go on get a Tommy? A Tommy gun? Who knows, Carl? Maybe one of these days. Not sure. My friend, what do you do to have this number? I love snipers. To play with him in Pug. Okay. I'm a handyman. I own my own business. How many people in attendance do you think? The stadium probably had 70,000 because there was probably a lot on the floor of the stadium. Almost all the seats were filled up, not counting the VIP parts, although some of those were filled too with the VIP people. Across the road was more in another stadium. They said there could have been 300,000. Grounds cheaper than the I know, right? If we could roll the time back, I might go live here in a little bit. Okay, Jackson Kemp, if you're a public, what do you call it, channel, I should be able to find you and subscribe back. Adevelando, I cannot read. Who is that? Who left saying somebody needs to subscribe to this guy? Thank you guys. Subscribe. Double tap that screen. They got a lot of grass need cutting in Arizona. Yeah, because of the monsoons this time of year, we got lots of grass and weeds. FN is our national pride in Belgium. Nice. You know what else might be too? My Belgium shotguns. Right? Who's the best WU fighter of all time? Whoa, bro. I'm not sure. Nice collection, says Loogie Poopew. Come by and double tap the screen, guys. Subscribe if you could. If you're saying they're beautiful and you like the collection, that deserves a thumb up, definitely, and a subscription if you could. Appreciate it. Who's the best WWE wrestler of all time? Honestly, I've never watched them. I know of the ones that retired and are actors now. Unfortunately, whoa, bro, I couldn't answer that. Good work in business. Do you have a job for me? I've been looking for a job vacancy a long time. Let's see here. Why'd you block him, buddy? VIP's a good guy. What'd you do with him? Or did he redact his own? What happened there? VIP, what happened to you, buddy? Someone block you? You must have deleted your own message. Let's see here. Let's start that militia soon. Tupac, Jesus. Okay, interesting. Yeah, don't block him. He's been great. There's a Mike Herrera. Welcome to the chat. Nice Arsenal. Thank you. Today is Bolt Action Monday. We got 22s, 30-06, 270s, 17 HMR, 338 Lapua, 8mm Mauser, 303 British, 762 by 54R. KK just deleted. Whoops. Okay. Sorry, Alex. Not Alex. Sorry. What was his name? VIP. That was an accident. John Cena, Triple H, The Rock, Undertaker, Randy Orton, Edge, Shawn Michaels. I mean, I know John Cena. I've heard of Triple H and obviously The Rock and The Undertaker. Randy Orton. Which one of those did you use? Richard, we do not need that in the chat. Goodbye. Hacker, can you really help me find a job to earn money, pay the rent? Edevaldo, unfortunately, I'm not sure what you're saying. Ribolo? Yes, I do reload, if that's what you're saying. Unknown user, how are you? How's the 17HR for hunting? That's this one right. Let me get my little pointer here. That's this one right here. The tip of my gun is touching it right there. I haven't done any hunting with it. I haven't had it very long. It's open sights right now. I can shoot 350 yards open sights, no problem. 357 last year. This year I'm using 400. Nice. He asking for a job. I know he is. That's funny, right? That's fine. I mean, he's been great. He's not saying anything disrespectful or anything. Put your back on the stand, guys. Chief, what bullet did Charlie get hit with? I heard it was a 30-06 is what they claimed. Leave that chat. Don't delete that one, guys. I'm fine with him asking that. I think it was a 6, if I recall. Yes. Kevin. Yeah, that's what they said. It was a Mauser 30-06. If that's to be believed, it's a little bit hard to know. Is the back one black a Ruger Precision? Yes, it is. It's a Ruger Precision 338 Lapua. So it's this little booger, big booger, right there. Pretty big. Hey, welcome back, Christopher. Thank you. Malia Nortario, welcome back. Let's see, why they kill that man that was doing the speech? I know, right? Well, it's because he was speaking truth and in love. It wasn't hate. They keep saying it's hate. The only why it was hate was because they were taking it as hate. It wasn't hate. You have your own personal opinions of your words and how you take that. They decided to take it as hate and then hate him in return. And because of him speaking truth in love and standing up for his country and his God, the same God I serve, they took him out. That is sad. Let's see here. I can't read your Edivaldo. I can't read it. Do you have any England-made rifles in your inventory? I have a 303 British. It's right here with this dinky little scope, 303 British. And then I have a rifle right here, this really tall one. It's a 5.77 Schneider, made by Enfield, but it was produced in Nepal. Hopefully that helps. Do you have any katanas? I do not. It's kept its mount between 45 and 06. Not sure what you mean by that, brother. Thanks for coming by, guys. Double tap the screen, like and subscribe. When I go live, I'll review my cap guns. There you go. I know it's not a Bolt, but I found a Model 60 my dad saved after he passed, but he never showed me. I didn't know what it is. Okay. Huh. Matt, welcome to the chat. Chief says, interesting. Unimatrix is facts. Yep, those are the facts, and it's sad. Hacker says, will you help me find a job? Probably not. Do you think USA Army will move away from 5.56? Bill Grime, I'm not sure. I know they tried making that 277 Fury that's like almost like a 270 but a smaller case. And it's more like a 308, I guess, with a smaller bullet. Maybe. I kind of doubt it. Big worshipship, the people who say it was hate is either hateful, yeah, or never seen a full video, just clip. Yeah, I know. Do you have a katana? No, I don't, Poker. You made over 1,000. I did, Matt. I did a couple days ago. Cowards rejoice from the brave fall. Sad, but it's true. Yeah. But the thing is, the more of us that you mow down, the more of us that we become. Unknown user says, ever shot a 450 Bushmaster? No, I haven't. Sound like Revelation happening right in front of us. A revival, definitely, as in the book of Revelations being fulfilled. Possibly that, too. Will you help me find a job? 300 Win Mag. I do not, John Lowe. I do have a 338 Lapua. I loaded this one myself. There we go. This is a hunting round. It originally, in this case, had a match grade, which 338 Lapua is in the back. Today is Bolt Action Monday. Those are all my bolt actions, including the bolt action shotgun on the floor there. This guy's collection is going to make me bust. Murray, welcome. What's the oldest rifle you have? Behind me here, it would be this hex barrel Kentucky rifle from 1820s to 1860s. What's up, says Matt. A lot of stuff. Watch Rick and Zach's gin. They'll help you work. R.I.P. Kirk. Amen, brother. Store some rice too, brother. Right? Sometimes you need to put that stuff to help with moisture. What's your take on the Hornady ammo? Okay, so I bought 270 Precision Hunter for my 270. My Federal Power Shock was better. It just varies by what gun you're shooting. I have a lot of Hornady handgun ammo. They're one of the best for handguns. Hopefully that helps. You made it over 1,000 since your last one. Actually, no. I've been 1,000 for a couple days. I got it at afternoon like 3 days ago. Maybe from the last time you were here, possibly. I have 4 or 550 Bushmaster that's pretty lethal. Yeah, they would be. My opinion, even if Charlie was a Democrat, it was against God. Yeah, I know, right? I wouldn't want people celebrating his death. Jesus wouldn't want that either. Amen. It's like people celebrating Jesus' death. I forget who it was who talked about that one. Was it not Ben Carson? It was Tucker Carlson mentioned that, I think, about the crucifixion and how they were celebrating his death and more people were saved through it. I mean, from now on, you know. ATF screwed Franklin. I've heard a little bit about that. I haven't searched up it. Charlie Kirk ran his race with a strong faith. He's in the kingdom of heaven. John Woe. Amen. He is in there. I hope to see him one day. Thoughts on Israel. I rather leave that alone right now. I don't really know much about it. I rarely ever read up to it, so I'm not going to talk about thoughts of Israel and Palestine. Unfortunately, there was some people protesting outside that I didn't really know about until we got out. There was a Palestinian flag out there, and then later on I saw it on one of the shorts. Yep, Kirk's in the air right now. He is. He's celebrating. Ever fired a saw or Japanese airsocket? No, Bill Grime. I have. I've seen saws in videos, movies, clips, whatever. An airsocket, I had my hands on one at a swap meet for $650 with like 200 rounds. It didn't have the MIM on it anymore, but if I had the money, I would have got it. Wood Fever at midnight. Yeah, right. It's a Bolt Action Monday. Got a couple polys in there, 2 of them, and then the metal one in the back that's got some poly on it. It's a sniper rifle. Hope all is well. So far, so good. Do you practice, sir? I do, with the business. Welcome. Double tap the screen. Is this alive? CCS. It is. Got a comment? Make it. Unknown user. I want to hear your subject video on Canada's gun laws. I think they're lame. I think they need to get a grip and get with the times with the U.S. They need to be more understanding of people that love shooting and not be liberal. Do you have any double barrels? Jackson, I do. I have some. I got 10 gauge, 12, 12, 12, 16. I got a 10 gauge right there. I got 2 12s in the corner I'm working on. Hopefully that sums it up. I think that's all of them I have. Oh, I got another one down here I'm working on too, right there. I am very bored. What do you say? Do you shoot 7.62 by 50R? Yes, I have shot it. In fact, this one right here, is a Mosin Nagant, and it shoots those. It's a 1943. What is your favorite bolt action? My bolt action favorite is that Lapua, the 338 Lapua. It's a Mauser. I mean, not a Mauser. A Ruger Precision. Yes, that's a Mosin Nagant right there from 43. Aldovaldo, I'm not trying to ignore you. I just cannot understand what you're saying. I do know Spanish, but I don't think this is Spanish. I think it's Portuguese or French. I do have a 5.56 if you're talking about that, an AR right there. Be joyful always in our command, and the defeat of sin is a reason for celebration. I think so too. Thanks for saying that, Blue Collared. Send more encouraging words. We appreciate that. Look at all those Hurricaneers. We do not need you in here, buddy. Bye-bye. With the business. Amen. I am going live. Okay. Hey, guys, if you get a little bored over here, head over to Jackson Kemp's channel. His handle is... Let's see if I can find his handle. His handle is at Jackson Kemp M6M2K. At Jackson Kemp /M6M2K. And come back if you get bored over there. What's the most evilest country in the world? The whole world is evil, Carl, unfortunately, because of the sin of man. Hey, AZ, what's up? You from Arizona? Watching you from Phoenix here. I was just over there, Mr. AZ, at Charlie Kirk's memorial. Were you able to make it? I was there last night in the big arena. Not arena. The stadium. ATF screwed with it. Yeah, I did. Any handguns? Yes, I do. I have a lot of handguns. We just only have one here just in case. And we got our PCP MP5 clone with MP5 internals. I have a lot of handguns in there as well as under the table in cases. But today was about bolt action, so that's what we got out today. Appreciate the subscriptions, guys. Like and subscribe. There's 149 of you in the chat. Thank you so much for coming by. Is that a Remington 34A? No, those are Remington... Right here is a Remington 700 from the 70s. Remington 700 from the 70s. That's a 30-06. That one's a 270. You need a 410. I have a 410. Up on right... Where's that little booger? Right here. It's a single shot. Ivor Johnson. Jesus says, love thy neighbor. How far do you go with the love of Tyler Johnson? The same way that Erica did herself, by forgiving those who have trespassed against you. You really shouldn't make jokes about Charlie Kirk. He was a husband. Yes, correct, Tom. Amen. That's why we delete those people. We don't want to get a 1942. Nice. I have a 1939. Nice. What's the one in front? That one in front is a little, it's a Schleppschley King Nitro. It's funny sounding. It's just a little cheapy, probably JCPenney's or something from years ago. HK91. No, I do not. I'm sorry, Edivaldo. I cannot. They aren't for sale, if you're asking that. Got to go. Need to go to work. Okay, Matt, see ya. Machine the lava. I do not have any machine guns. Nope. No MGs. Hello, Daniel. Welcome to chat. Any recommendations to get first reliable and accurate bolt action? Yes, get a... Number one, if you can find it, get a Ruger American in the chamber you'd like. Next, if you don't like that and you want to pay about the same, get a Savage Axis Gen 2. Maybe they have a Gen 3 out by now. If you don't like that and you want to pay a little more, a Tikka's pretty good. You really shouldn't make jokes. Yes, amen. Let's see. We got lever actions over there, Advaldo, if that's what you're saying. Christopher says you're welcome. We watched it live from our church, didn't go in person. Okay. It was packed, brother. Ooh, it was packed. I like what you said about people saying Free Palestine and the God is judge, and we aren't. Yes. What's going on with you? Jeno! Today we are showing off bolt actions. This is a 2A content, as well as we do shorts of hiking, exploring, seeing God's creation. And today is about Bolt Action Monday, as well as making comments about Kirk's Memorial. Charlie Kirk's Memorial. I was there yesterday. So if you got any questions, let me know. I'll try to answer them if I know the answer to the question and if I can get to it. Okay, guys, I'm live. Okay, see you, buddy. 223 Remington. I have a 5.56 that shoots him. Right there. That shoots him. I don't have any bolt actions that do. What is the most expensive gun you own? It would be the 338 Lapua back here. I didn't pay as much as the one I'm going to mention next, but that one would be worth the most, I believe, if you'd have to rebuy it. I got an extremely good deal on that thing. But the most that I've ever paid for was this double barrel shotgun right here. That's a 10 gauge Beretta Silverhawk from 1960s. My slingshot collection is better. Thanks, Bug. Yours is definitely better than my slingshot collection. I have one that I got when on my 5th birthday, and that's all I have. Oh, I know. Russell, what Erica Kirk said was crazy love. Yes. Do you have a 6mm Creedmoor? I don't, nor a 6.5 Creedmoor. I want to know about the one in front because I think I grew up on it, but when my grandpa died, it went to somebody's will. Okay, yeah, let me put you up closer. The brand is on the other side of this, so I can't show that to you. But it's very cheaply made. It's perfect for plinking. You pull it back just like the cricket. Put your bullet in, slide the bolt, and then pull that little thing back right there to load it, kind of like a cricket. Hey, what's up, says yo mama. What's up? My first time taking apart the bolt with a Mosin, I kept forgetting to cock it after. Yeah, yep. 30 carbine, nice. I do not own one. Tactical Fit says nice collection. Thank you. Tyler Vandell. So, Tactical Fit. If you like it, do you mind putting a like then? And subscribe. I do not live in Canada. I live in Arizona. Southern Arizona, Tyler. Thanks for coming by. Why you have so many guns? Frank Foley, it's America. And we're allowed to, and I love collecting guns. 30-06, I do. I have a 30-06 right here. The bolt that's up in the air, right there. Not that one. This one, sorry. That's a 30-06 right there. It's a Remington 700. This one's a Remington 700 270. That's a 30-06. Bro can recruit an army at this point, right? Taylor says, nice. Thank you. Double tap that screen, guys. Subscribe. Looks like we just lost the subscription for some dumb reason. It's very nice. Yeah, sorry, they're hard to see them all up close. I can get in a little closer here because I got them all stacked up tight. Yep, that's the one I would really like to know the name of. Okay. Let's see if we can help a brother out here. You help a brother out. It's upside down, but hopefully you can read it. A Schleppschley King Nitro. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to keep this focused for the friend here. Just it's not focusing on it because it's holding on the back. Let me put something about the same level. There we go. Schleppschley King Nitro. Hopefully you can read that. Free Wave Beats. It's so cool, by the way. Thank you. That's a neck choker. What is? What's a neck choker? That would be someone's hands are a neck choker. Or a rope, a noose. That would be too. What caliber should I get for hunting deer and elk? But it's pretty common. If you want one caliber to do both of those, a 30-06, 6.5 might be a little light for an elk, but I think you could do it. A 270 could do it. It's a little light too. Those would be my suggestions. Yeah, 7mm08 probably would do it. I've never shot that, or a 7mm in general. I thought about buying a 7mm, but I already had a 270, and they're pretty much the same. Tika 38 or Seiko 338. Russell, I'm not sure. A 308's a little light for an elk, but it would do it. I'm pretty sure. Guess you did a good shot. I mean, I have a 338 Lapua back here. It's a Ruger Precision. A Seiko 30. Yeah, I don't know. Is that an old 22? I've got a couple of them here. We've got one right here. It's a it's called a Schleppschley Nitro King. The one behind it is a Winchester bolt action, and the one behind that is a 22 Ruger Mark II. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Hopefully we're helping you out. Use a 30-06 for big game. Yes, that would work. 30-06 would do the trick. The Ruger is beautiful. I don't have any Rugers out, actually. Oh, the one in the back. Sorry. Yes, I do have one. I was going to say I don't have any Ruger rifles up on the... I have two semi-autos in the cabinet, but today's Bolt Action Monday, so... Yes, that is a 338 Lapua back there with the big old tank. That's not original for the Gen 1. Someone added that on after I bought it. I mean, before I bought it. Normally, the tank one like that is on the Gen 2. This one's a Gen 1. Really nice gun no matter what. We got a Vortex Viper scope on it. That's a long distance one. It's called the Vortex Viper 6 to 24 by 50. But yeah, today is Bolt Action Monday, as well as I was at Charlie Kirk's memorial yesterday all day. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. Looking either getting a 270 or 25-06. Get a 270. 25-06 is hard to find ammo for unless you load it yourself. 270 is readily available. And if you like wood stocks, if you can find an older one like I did, a Model 700 Remington. I grew up with a Axis. I believe it was a 270 Axis Gen 1, like my 308 Gen 1. I find the 7mm mag kicks like a mule. I hear they got pretty good energy. Yeah. I've never shot one. I know my 270 kicks like a mule, especially because it's a metal butt plate. So this one here is my 270, and that one's got a metal butt plate where the 30-06 doesn't. That thing hurts. USSR original 12 BOR price, please. I do not know. Hasten. I'm not a gun store. I just we just have a gun channel and we talk about all sorts of stuff. Charlie Kirk was a great man. RIP from India. Used to be a great fan of his. Yep, used to, because currently he's not around anymore. I want a 30mm drill, but man, they're pretty expensive. I'm sure they are. Guys, like and subscribe. Double tap the screen if you could. We just got a subscription. Appreciate that a lot. Means a lot to the channel. 132 in the chat. Appreciate you coming by. Today is Bolt Action Monday, as well as we are answering any questions you may have from Charlie Kirk's memorial. I was there, so if you want to know. Does any armory, can you please come watch me? Desert Armory. I'm on a live right now, Jackson. I can't stop the live just to see you, but yeah, if anybody wants to see another live going on right now, Jackson Kemp is on right now. Uncertain size. Interesting name. Thanks for coming by to the chat. Appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Like and subscribe if you could, brother. I suppose you're brother. If you're not, welcome as well. We welcome all into the chat. Did you watch the Candace Owen conspiracy theory of Charlie's death? I haven't yet. I started watching, I think it was a reaction of it. I don't think it was the actual one. Plan on watching it sometime. I believe I'm subbed to her and follow her, so yeah. But yeah, today is Bolt Action Monday, and we just have all of them out right now. Yeah, it's crazy. It was Israel, apparently. If you've watched the conspiracy of it, and if that's what she says, not sure. I haven't read that or listened to it. I believe she was using it for a political agenda. Maybe, I don't know. Wade says, I've lost a so-called friend because he cut me off because he didn't like Charlie Kirk. And I do. Wade, that's not a true friend then, if that's what they did to you, to be honest. If they're, just because of your views, just like with him, they took him out. Michael, I believe it was a Mauser 30-06. Poriya, welcome, and Rupantkar, welcome as well. How are you all doing today? Hopefully you can understand and type English. Unfortunately, YouTube has not come out with a translator for the chat. That would be smart of them. Here they're a multi-trillion-dollar company, right? Wade, angling, very sad. Yeah, it is. It is. Very sad. Yeah, I was there live yesterday and at the stadium. Why? Definitely tearjerker, especially when Erica got up on the stage and the comments she made about forgiving the shooter. Probably 50% or more of people were crying. It was a tearjerker. Very much so. Yes, yes. 92 of you in the chat. Could you guys like and subscribe if you could? Stephen Miller's speech was kind of crazy. I'm trying to remember who that one was. How much for a rifle? Judah, they are not for sale, unfortunately. For you, at least, unfortunately, since they're mine. We just do 2A content. We talk about guns. We talk about history of guns. We do shooting shorts. We do shorts of hiking and exploring God's creation. I do shorts of some of my work I do as a handyman. So if you like that stuff, if you could subscribe, double tap the screen, and maybe you want to see the face that's been talking to you. We appreciate you coming by and supporting the channel of the 2A content, as well as supporting the channel. We appreciate it. What all you have got with your 270? Hopefully a whitetail this year. We'll see. I've had the gun for a couple of years, but I just recently started doing hunting more aggressively. And we got a whitetail hunt coming up mid-November for southern Arizona here. So, yeah. Appreciate y'all for coming by. Sorry, I think my front camera's a little smudged. See if I can clean that off. Let's see. There we go. But hunting, yeah, we used to do shooting with a 270 with my dad, but we were just target shooting. We didn't do any hunting with it. I'll be around if I'm not out in the deer fields myself. Okay. Oh, you have a hunt today? Or you mean in November? Yeah, Arizona is a little bit, to me, they're not very nice on their big game hunts. I think they do it to conserve, in November, okay, to conserve their herd, but Arizona is a monopoly, or a lottery, I should say. You put your name in a kitty, and it randomly gets chosen or it doesn't. Instead of like back east, you can get over-the-counter tickets or tags for things. That's pretty rare here in Arizona. Let alone getting a doe. It's pretty much a buck you have to get. And so, yeah, I'm getting whitetail, buck, or antlered. And then my buddy's getting a muled antler. Where I live, I can hunt black bear, elk, and deer. Yeah, we could here too, but again, it's extremely hard to get some of those. Bear's probably hard to get, but elk is extremely hard to get a tag for. What makes it hard is we have really good elk here. And so foreign people from out of state put their name in that kitty too, and they get chosen before a resident. And that's a little bit mean to me. We've been trying to get elk for how long, different people. The others get it before us. I scored a Weaver K61 scope yesterday. Nice. Can you come and watch me review my stuff because I have it all set up? Jackson, I'm doing a live right now, so unfortunately I can't. Maybe someone else might want to go over there. Can you put your channel handle, Jackson, in the chat? That way people know where to go to watch that. I don't think there's no landowner tags for elk where you live. In Arizona, I'm not sure. You would have to live in the area that has elk to get a landowner thing, what you're talking about. Autocorrect went crazy on that one. Yeah, right. Autocorrect's crazy. And it didn't even autocorrect that one. It just put autocracked. I feel like that they should separate the locals from the tourists from hunting. Of course. There's people from other states that'll pay a guide to shoot elk. And they'll get it before us. And it's like, how do they get it? Sure, they're a guide, but at the same time, how are they getting it before us? It makes no sense. It's almost like they're paying somebody X amount of dollars so they can get their name in it when they're a guide. Okay, is there not landowner tags for elk hunting where you live? I do not know, Wade. I have never lived in elk country. My grandparents have, but they were in city limits. They weren't on an actual property where elk lived. They were in northern Arizona and Show Low, and that's where the biggest elk are. There's some trophy elks in that area where people pay big dollars just to get a trophy elk. Let's see here. Someone left me a comment, so I wanted to check that real quick. As my mom's got sick the other day, and so you live in the Ozarks, so nice. Yeah, in some ways that might be better, but I don't know what gun rules you have over there. Some of those back in there are horrible gun laws. My dad used to go drawn for elk call tags. Okay, every year in Eastern Washington. I got drawn after 50 years applying. Yeah, see? That's how it is. He'd get it every year, and it took you 15 years of applying to finally get it. It makes no sense. My channel is Jackson Kemp. Jackson Kemp, that doesn't work, though. You can't just put your name in it. You have to put your handle. Unless your channel's really big, just putting your name in never works. You have to put your handle name in, which is at Jackson Kemp, hyphen M6M2K. That's your actual channel handle. Cow tag, okay. So we can get cow here, I believe, and buck elk, but in deer, you can't really get a doe tag for deer. I don't know why. It's not on the list to hunt them. there's not a selection for it. Yeah, you're like, what? It's not on there. Like if I had my hunting thingy on me here, I'd show you. When you select a hunt, doe is not on there. All it says is antlered this, antlered that. Or yearling this, yearling that for bison. Yeah, you could get one like crazy. Yeah, Arizona's not that way. I do not know why. You can't get a doe. And it's like, well, the doe population's getting huge then, while the buck is getting drawn down because every year people get bucks. Anyways, where I'm taking my first hunt in zone 34A, my grandpa used to hunt there all the time, so it's going to be kind of neat to hunt there. And then hopefully my uncle can hunt with me. He recently had a stroke. Today would be 3 weeks ago he had a stroke, and he's slowly recovering from that. So I just hope he's well enough by then, because he's like, hey, I didn't get drawn this year. Most years I do. Do you mind if I just come and be your spotter? I'm like, sure, I need a spotter. That would be great. It'd be a lot easier. And then you can help carry stuff back and forth too. But that would be great if someone could. I mean, if you can make it. Depends on how his health is by then. But guys, like and subscribe. Appreciate you coming to Desert Armory and more. We do shorts of shooting, shorts of hiking, shorts of exploring God's creation, shorts of some of my handyman work. I'm a handyman, own my own business, so thank you. Hey, Phil, welcome. Hey, man, how's your day going? I'm a little bit sluggish and slow today. I'm a little tired from yesterday's whole ordeal, a little bit drained feeling. I went to a Charlie Kirk's memorial, and it's a 3-hour drive, so we woke up at 3 o'clock. Sorry, woke up earlier than 3, left right after 3, drove 3 hours there, waited in line for 2 hours, got inside from about 8:30 all the way until, 4:15 we got out of there. Armstrong going to get mad. You're taking on subscribers. He's got a lot of subscribers, EDC. Welcome to the chat, by the way. He's got 63,000 something subscribers. So I'm sure it'd be, well, probably, I don't know about probably, but maybe even all mine are his anyways. Thankfully, when you subscribe to one person, it doesn't take away from the other one, right? Thank you, EDC. You are too. You hung in there. You held tight, and guess what? It paid back now, brother. Keep hanging in there. Chris P. Bacon! What's up? Welcome to the chat, brother. I don't think I've seen you in here. That deserves a face reveal. How are you, brother? Thanks for coming by to Desert Armory more. Appreciate you. Thanks. Double tap that screen if you like this stuff, and subscribe. We'd appreciate it. Which one is the best? Of my bolt actions? My favorite? I'll show you in a bit. All right, so my favorite of these are not the 22s, are not the 270 30-06, or the 308, or the 303 British, or this, that, and the other. It is the Back Sniper. 338 Lapua, Ruger Precision. That's my favorite one I have, guys. It's my favorite bolt action I own. It is just so fun to shoot. Big old break on the end there. Guys, thank you for those subscriptions right here. Appreciate that. Next would be my 22 right here, just because it has sentimental values. I bought it when I was 18. First gun I ever bought. It makes the list because of that. But these are all my bolt actions. Today's Bolt Action Monday, including my 36-inch barrel shotgun. That's a 12 gauge. Yes, thank you, EDC. Make sure everyone hit the button, the like button. Yes, thank you guys, and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. We got some lever actions over here. We got our MP5 clone here with HK MP5 internals. The guy switched them out before I bought it. We just got the brace on it right there. We just did an unboxing of it, 2 days ago on the live. So we haven't tried it out with that yet, with the brace. Hey, Fireburns, what's up? Corey, welcome. We got some double barrels as well. Got a few other oddballs and double barrels here. Handguns aren't out right now because today wasn't about handguns. Although we do got one just in case, right, EDC? And look, it's your favorite brand. Da, 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 da. 365 macro. Yeah, 270 WSM would be, but have fun finding ammo for those. My local gun and pawn has like 3 boxes of it. Was it 3220 you couldn't find for ammo? Corey, I can find 3220 as well as 2520, but both of them they are kind of hard to find. But I have enough brass for them now I can load them myself. But those are two that are hard to find. Yes, I love Sig Sauer. Yep, you do, brother. Hopefully you can get the new one when it comes out, huh? That'd be great. Let's see here. MP5, love it. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, EDC. We haven't shot it with the brace yet. We'll do that eventually. Is 270 a barrel burner? It could be anything that hits right around 3,000 or above 3,000 RPM, like the 220 Swift or the 222, and then yeah, the 270 WSM. They move. Blythe, welcome. Narsupi L39 20mm anti-Soviet rifle. Do you have one? I do not have any 20mm anti-tank Soviet rifles. Kentucky Ballistic has 3 or 4 of them. So if you want to see those being shot, Blythe, you happen to be perchance in Blythe, Arizona, or is that your name? I'm out of Arizona. That's why I ask. I'm from southern Arizona, down south from Tucson, near Benson. I'll just say that. That's close enough. Guys, appreciate you coming by. Today is Bolt Action Monday, as well as if you have any questions about Charlie Kirk's memorial. I was there yesterday for the whole thing. Got any questions? Go ahead and ask away. I'm willing to ask and be reasonable. Just be polite. There's already been some trolls in the chat saying some bad stuff, and they got booted. So appreciate you coming by. Just hate speech. I mean, if it's your opinion of something, I don't mind, but most of that's just hate speech that's been coming through. So, but yeah, Blythe, are you in Blythe, Arizona? Maybe that's just your name, your channel name. Thanks for the subscriptions, guys. Like and subscribe. We'd appreciate it. And here's the face that's been talking to you. Appreciate you coming by, guys. 69 in the chat. Thank you, guys. Egler Tambling. How are you? Appreciate you coming to the chat. 77 in the chat. Thank you. No, I'm from Savannah, Georgia. Welcome. Appreciate you coming by. Savannah, Georgia. I've been to Georgia's airport once. What would that one be there in Georgia? It was Delta's, wherever Delta, Georgia. Atlanta. Here we go. I was in Atlanta once. A lot of those states I've been into just the airports, like Utah, just the airport. Charlotte, North Carolina, just the airport. Atlanta, just the airport. Chicago, I drove through it. Might have used the bathroom there years ago, and then I've flown into Chicago a lot of times. Are you a follower of Jesus Christ? Edgar Tambling, I am. I am. Saved by grace, saved by Jesus Christ and his only son. What about Arkansas? I've been there a couple times, or once, sorry. I drove through from Texas, bound through Arkansas to a wedding one time. California to Texas, and then back through, to Arkansas, Little Rock area. How many people was at the memorial? So, it looked like that the main stadium where they're actually holding everything, because there was also another arena that they packed people into the other side and was feeding the live feed through. I would say there was some people estimated 300,000. The stadium, though, can only hold 63,000 something. But yet the whole floor was full of, like, probably 2,000 people. And 2 of the corners were a little shy of people. So, I don't know. I would say there was probably 65 in the stadium I was in, 65K. Close to it. And then the other arena across the way, that thing I heard was plumb full, too. So, I haven't seen pictures of that, so who knows. How about Florida? Blythe, I've been to Florida a couple times, as in flown in. I've been to, what's the one Spirit Airlines flies into over there? Fort Lauderdale. I've been to Fort Lauderdale, I flew into there, and then I've been to the other Florida one that United Airlines, or is it American Airlines flies into? There's another one I've been to. Let's see here. Do you shoot 140 or 150 out of the 270? I'm going to shoot, let me get my box out here. I'm going to shoot 140 whitetail. Currently it's sighted in for like 150, I think, Federal Power Shocks, but I don't have that many boxes of those. They're 150s. I do have one box of this of 130 of the Power Shocks. But we're going to sight the gun into these for our whitetail that we have coming in, the 140 grain, because I have a really good source for these that has like 50 boxes or more available, so we're going to use that. What do you think about Pakistani 44 bore local Pakistani made automatic rifles? Sounds cool. Gabriel Firearms, welcome to the chat. If you subscribe, I'll subscribe back to you if you aren't. I see you have a gun channel as well. Even if you don't, I usually subscribe back. That way, if someone decides to do a live one day, who knows when, my subscription will hopefully help them get to 50 so they can start doing lives right away. But yeah, like and subscribe if you could, Gabriel. Appreciate you coming by. Yeah, I hear Pakistani guns are pretty cool. It'd be neat to get one of those. I don't know how you get it over here in the U.S. Sure, there's ways. You just subbed. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Or gal. I don't know who you are. It does say Gabriel, so I suppose you're a guy. Street Dynamics, how you doing? Today is Bolt Action Monday. Appreciate you stopping by. And we also are taking questions. I was at Charlie Kirk's memorial yesterday in the stadium, so if you got questions, let me know. When did you turn to Jesus, if you don't mind me asking? I was 14. It would have been, was it the end of October or August? No, end of September, the last day of September. I remember I wrote in my journal that I was hoping to become a Christian before the end of September, and I did. I was 14. I've had my valleys, my up and downs, my failures, but thankfully God is always there to pick us up and remove our sins as far as from the east as from the west. Sure, if we continue in sin, that grace may abound. Paul says, God forbid, because then there's no more remission of sin. You're purposefully sinning at that point. You're knowingly sinning. But when we have those small failures here and there, we need to not regret over those and camp our lives on that, but to remember that Christ can forgive those failures that we do have. I use those in my 223, the Horny American Whitetail, and nice one day I would like to do a live stream, but you have to have so many followers. Daniel, you just need 50 people. All you need is 50 subscriptions. If you sub to me and you're a public, I'll sub to you very easily. I had a Mauser model 1914 and 32 at one point and sold it like a dummy. Really? 32? Like a 32 ACP? I would say that was a dummy. I'm just going to say it. I know it hurts, brother. Well, you called yourself that first, so. You're the one who said it. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever sold any firearms yet. There's one I wouldn't mind just because I don't need it. I've shot about 8 rounds through it. I bought it used. It's a synthetic stock. It's on the table, actually. I don't think I'm ever going to use it hardly, and I have like almost 200 rounds for it. It's a 308. It's that black stock back there, 308 Savage. What do you use for self-defense? So EDC, I have my 365 Sig Sauer, and then I have a 2.0 Bodyguard, and then we have that shotgun behind the door a lot of times. We'll just say that. I know I was like 22 at the time. I didn't know how valuable those were. Where'd you get it in the first place, if I may ask? Yes, that's a 9mm, that one, an EDC. The 2.0 Bodyguard's a 380. Yeah, where'd you get that from, the Mauser EDC? Is that an AR-10 shotgun? No, that over there is a AR. That's an AR-15 in 5.56.223. Have you ever made a SLR FAL 762 Wicked Stopping Power? I've never used one. I have a friend who has a DAI made FAL. Can you pocket carry the 2.0? Yeah, I do all the time. The 2.0 Bodyguard. Evan, thanks for coming by the way. I think you're new to the chat. That deserves a face reveal. Thank you, Evan. Like and subscribe. Appreciate you coming by. Yes, it is. It fits right in your pocket. No, I mean the shotgun behind the door. Oh, that. No, that's a Atlantic Firearms DDI 11 12 gauge. It looks like a AK. My buddy Job gifted it to me. Nice. I'm planning on joining the FBI in the future. Good for you, Blythe. There was I saw one FBI agent there at the venue, the memorial yesterday. Most of it was Secret Service, but I saw Secret Service, local police, local sheriff was in there. Well, actually, they're high patrol down on the bottom, and then there was I saw 1 or 2 FBI and then some sheriff people there at the memorial of Charlie Kirk last night. Were you a chipmunk in a former life? Why? Marimum, welcome to the chat. I do like chipmunks, but that doesn't mean I was a former chipmunk. And one thing too, Marim, The Bible says it's appointed to man once to die. He doesn't have multiple deaths. He has once to die, then after that is the judgment. Do you have any problems with the AK-12 like jamming? Daniel Wally, when I first bought it, it was super dry, so it didn't want to feed right. I bought it unfired. The guy never used it. So at first it was hard feeding, but once I put oil in it, some of this Hopi's 9, that's what I usually use. I don't have any of that other stuff that I wouldn't mind getting. It ran like a champ and still has ran like a champ. I've put maybe 20 rounds through it. It's been great. I have a short of me shooting that about a month ago, if you want to go down and scroll down to my shorts. Edgar says, what was the most significant part of the memorial for you? When Erica said, I forgive you, the person that shot her husband. But I'm 19, so far away from what I wanted to accomplish. So Blythe, 21 is the age for FBI. The FBL is a super cool gun, but the stopping power is the same as... Yeah, because it's a 308. FEL man has one. This is a DIA or whatever. Yeah, why a chickmunk, right? I mean, it's so easy to out, right? Oh no, someone got me with just a little old 22. Your face reveal says you were a chipmunk in a former life. Okay. Oh my, how often do you shoot the shotgun behind the door at the AK-1? I've only put about 20 rounds through it, so I've only shot it twice. Once not on a short with my nephews. That's the first time I shot it when I put the oil in. The second time I did a short on and shot, was it 5 of them out of or something? What's your most favorite bolt action you'd never sell? I'd never, ever sell my first one right here. The tip of my finger is my 22 Savage Mark II. First gun I ever bought, never going to sell it. Because when you do, you're always regret it. I've heard people say, my first gun I sold, I regret it so much, blah, 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 blah. That's never getting sold, ever. Until Kingdom Come and the second coming of Christ. More than likely, anyways, it'll never. I mean, even my favorite bolt action at the very top, my 338 Lapua, I may sell it one day. I'm not attached to it. But of all those bolt actions, that is the one I'm attached to. Even though I am pretty attached to my military ones. I've got 3 military ones up there. 303 British Lee Enfield made by Savage. I have a Mosin Nagant from 43. The 303s from 43. And then I have a Mauser from Turkey. That's from 39, 38, something like that. Thanks for the subscription, guys. These are my subscribers count right here. Like and subscribe. Double tap the screen. We'd really appreciate it. Is this the main kind of gun they used to shoot? Nope, Diego. I don't own one of those 30-06 Mauser. That was pretty sad, right? I have a Russian Tuckerov TT-33. Okay. 8-round full auto. Sweet. To you about the pistol if you know what you think about it. I have recently bought it. That sounds cool. I wish I had one. I have a Tuckerov TT that's a CZ52. It would be inside the safe right now. I've got lots of pistols, semi-auto and revolvers. But that would be neat to have one of those. What do I think about it? I think it'd be cool. Although it's only 8 rounds. See if you can find a bigger magazine for it. Being that it has a fun switch. Because you're done. Thanks for the description. I think someone just gave us 1 or 2. Appreciate that. But yeah, there at Charlie Kirk's memorial. If you got any comments about it or asking any questions, let me know. I'll try my best to answer it. Obviously, I don't know everything. I was, forget what level I was at. I just posted some shorts about it, although that might be on the short that YouTube redacted because I had copyrighted music on it because they were playing live there. So I had to repeal that, and they're going to approve it hopefully shortly. They approved part of it. Hopefully they approve the next of it. Hey, Gianna, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Papa Pew Pews. He says, what's up, guys? Papa Pew Pews. Today is Bolt Action Monday, as well as if you have any questions about Charlie Kirk's memorial, because I was there. Hello, what's that one in the back? The very back one. Who let the dogs out? Whoop, whoop. Who let the dogs out? Not me. That is a 338 Lapua. It's a Burger Precision. I'm still in town, won't be home for a little more than an hour. Okay, thank you for inspiring me by your journey with Jesus. We're praying for the best. Thank you, and definitely keep your prayers up for the Kirk family. Gavin Phillips, just sub for the simple fact that's a beautiful collection. Thank you, Gavin. Yeah. Hey, Gianna, appreciate you coming by. I know you was there, silly goose, who were running troll duty. Yeah, me, right? I was running troll duty over there, right? Were there any people trying to disrespect the memorial? Yes. There was. I didn't hear about it until the actual story part of it. I didn't hear about it until I got home today. Like yesterday, I got home, but hearing it. Mike K. I have a whole bunch of revolvers in there, as well as semi-automatic pistols, and I got lots of revolver rifles. So I got a lot, Michael K. Like and subscribe if you could. Oh God, there's more. Yeah, there is. So the disrespect that there was is when we were walking out on the main road, there was a Palestinian flag, and supposedly there was some protests while we were inside. I watched a little bit of the videos about it, but yeah, some people were trying to protest the memorial. It's like protesting a funeral? What? My middle name is Gianni. That's my first time. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. Love it. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I can come alive with wind. What am I? A windmill? No. Let's see. I speak without a mouth and hear. I have no body. Come alive. Wind. Don't know what that would be, Blythe. Not sure. I have a couple Thug and Moose. I've got well, I wouldn't call them assault rifles. That's a modern sporting rifle. An AR-15 is considered a modern sporting rifle. That is what it was called when it first came out. We got an AK-47. That's an AR-15, and then we got some military stuff. Only weird people without protest at memorial for Charlie. I know, right? Do you have Roblox? I do not. Nice MP5? Question mark. Close. It's a clone of an MP5. It's an AP5 by Century Arms. It has. I just stuck the brace on it. We haven't tried it yet, so hopefully we'll do some shorts of shooting that sometime. We did a live unboxing of it like 2-3 days ago. That's so sad that some people choose to be that way. I know. It's just so sad. Yeah, and that's sick. Well, yeah, so is the whole thing we were just talking about too, though. The protesting at a funeral. Come on, a memorial. I mean, come on. Would they do that at a president's if they passed? Unfortunately, I doubt it. I mean, there's freedom of speech, yeah, but there's not freedom of consequences. I know you had a crap ton of disrespect in your Charlie Kirk life. Yeah, there was a couple of them. I would have loved to do it way longer. I was dumb not to bring a power bank. But to do it live for 4 hours, that's how long it would have been. I was cold, so the thing was kind of shaking around, which was a dumb, because the AC was so cold in there. And then, yeah, I was running out of batteries. Do you have any 30-06? I have one, Mr. L. This one, right, where's my pointer? I'll just use these calipers. This will work. I have a 30-06 right here, right there. It's a Remington 700, and the one next to it's a Remington 700 270 with the scope. We're going to use that for whitetail mid-November, as well as with my 30-30 right there. Pat and I were tossing people left and right. I know, and I was doing it first too, but I was like, it's hard for me to keep the phone still, toss people out and whatnot. So jealous right now. We can't have firearms in the UK. No legal anyway. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry about that, Boss One. That's horrible. I'm going to leave. Okay, Gianna. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate you coming by. I also have a 15-round extended mag. Ooh, there you go, brother. That'll work a little better. Maybe find even a longer extended one. Yeah, he has a TTI, a TT30. What'd you say? Tuckeroff, right? It's has a fun switch. What are you doing? Hey, Mr. John Key. Today is Bolt Action Monday, but we also are talking about Charlie Kirk's memorial because I was there and maybe you got some questions about it. What would you ever spin cook one of those levers? What do you mean spin? Oh, I doubt if I could. Two reasons. One is the butts are too long. The other is the loops are too small. Guys in the UK, it's time for you to fight for your freedom. Y'all like and subscribe. Thanks, Papa. I'll put that as another pinned comment. I'll change it out. Mango was in here earlier and had one. No, they aren't. They are not for sale. We do shorts about gun talk and other stuff while we're having our lives. And then we do shorts of shooting, shorts of exploring mines, hiking, looking at the outdoor stuff, shorts of me explaining gun history on some of my stuff, as well as long format of a few different things, working on guns, because you can't do that on lives. And then shorts of some of the handyman work I do. I do a lot of that. Nice 30-30. Yes, Ben, that is a 30-30, the bottom one. It's a Rossi. Those lever actions are nice. Thank you. I'm going to hang out till wife comes out of the school, then 30-minute drive home. Okay. Yeah, those are my main lever actions. Then I do have a Savage 99 in the gun safe that way. And then over here, I have a lever action shotgun. It's a model 1901. It looks like the 1897. But this is a 10 gauge 1901, made in 1901. And then we got these double barrels here too, as well as the big 10 gauge here. That's a 10 gauge. And then I'm working on a 12 gauge down on the ground and working on two of them over there as well. Well, I have to go. Stay safe and God bless. Same to you. Same to you, Washington. Thank you for coming by. Have a good day. Hopefully we'll see you at tonight's live at 6 p.m. Arizona time. Nobody sells guns in a live chat. Right. I'm going to go to the gun store in a few hours to change my AR-15 build to a Mark 18. You'd think the shop would be mad because I asked for a 12.5 build first, but I don't want them made for me, though. I have no idea. It depends on how friendly you are with your gun shop. Wade says, what is your favorite lever gun cartridge considered 30-30? Besides 30-30. 3220. I have an 1895 right here. That's a Model 92. It's chambered in 32 Winchester centerfire, which is 3220. It's from 1895. It's got a hex barrel on it and everything. 10 gauge double barrel. Yeah, I got one. I got two of them. This Beretta Silverhawk, they're from 1960. That's my most valuable gun I own, I believe anyways. And then I have my double barrel HJ Sterling right here that's a little loose that I'm tightening up. 6 words great. I'm going to lie from 445 to 450-45. Okay, perfect. My grandfather had also 12 gauge doubles when I was alive, but my father sold it 13 years ago. Yeah, yesterday we did a shotgun. Sorry, not Saturday. Saturday. Yeah, Saturday we did double barrel shotgun. We had all my double barrels up there, every single one of them, and we had like 9 of them up there, I think it is. I forget how many double barrels in total I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I have 9 of them. 9 double barrels. I don't have any double barrel exotics, like where it has like one side's a shotgun, the other's a rifle, or a triple barrel. We got three shotgun barrels, or like 2 shotguns and a rifle. Bullseye Ben has one of those. He's got a shotgun that's a CZ 12 gauge that also has a 30-06 on it too, down on the bottom. That's pretty cool. Thanks guys for the subscriptions, the likes, appreciate it. FPS Russia made a video and shot both barrels at the same time. Would be a cool video. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. All of mine are double triggers, so I'd be able to do that. Because like some of these modern ones only have 1 trigger, so you can't do that. Someone coming to the house tonight, suppose bring me a 100-year-old double barrel coach. That's all he seems to know over phone. Dude, that sounds cool. Send me a picture of it on the chat. I gotta see that, Pop PPs. Nicholas Wolf, are you near Tucson? I'm near Tucson. Are you over there? I'm down south of Tucson, so I'm a little more south than Benson. Like, I'm south of Benson. If you know the area, you might know where I live. That's all I'll say. Why don't you show us how many likes you have? I shut it off, Wade. It actually helps. If someone pops in the live and it shows like low like count, they'll be like, this guy's horrible. But if you don't know what it is, it helps. You're southwest, okay, of Tucson? I used to be northwest of Tucson. I used to live years ago out of Marana, the old Marana, like Marana Road, Silver Bell Road, way back in there. And then I have a grandma off of I-19 down off of Valencia that way. I might have a double barrel you might like. Oh, if it's any double barrel, I'll like it, Nicholas. Let me see here if you can find me. Let's see here. Let's see here. Nicholas, I believe that's my Instagram, if you know what I mean. The flintlock, I think. Okay, I might be interested in it. I believe that's my Instagram. If you got it. What's your opinion on the Benelli M4? I'd love to have one. Billion one looks like, and its price tag isn't nice. Yeah, I know. Old and very long. Did you get that? I think that's my Instagram. Okay, I just deleted it. Would you do an 8 gauge? I would if I had one. I would shoot an 8 gauge. I have an 8 gauge round right here. Most 8 gauges are Russian. This one's a AAA size. This is 8 gauge. Old and very long. Sounds nice, Nicholas. I would be very interested in that. Yeah, message me, especially if you're south of Tucson, southeast or south north, whatever you said. But you say southwest is what you said of Tucson. Yeah, I'd be very interested. Hey, what's up? Hello, Lolo. Lolo Tara. Welcome. How was your day? Appreciate you dropping by. Like and subscribe if you could. If you like this type of stuff. No, message me. Papa Pew Pews. He's my neighbor pretty much. He's in the backyard. So I can right over there. You're finding one. I want that one. I want a Coach gun. That's a small old one. Lolo, you're having a good day? Great. Thank you. Appreciate you dropping by. Today's subject is Bolt Action Monday, as well as if you got any questions about Charlie Kirk's memorial. I was there all day yesterday. In person in the stadium. All different uses or just greedy? All different uses. Because greedy's not what I am. Steven, thank you for coming in the chat. Higginson. I'm peeking over fence like it's that double barrel. Double barrel. Double barrel. I need to work more on that one. Let's see, it's over in the corner. Let's see, it's that one, right? That one that I'm working on. This one. That needs more welding on it. The one you were interested in. How's it going? Hey, Brookside. I'm a little slow and tired today of yesterday's whole ordeal of going to Charlie Kirk's memorial. Sorry. I think I called it both within my chats, unfortunately. It was a long day. Very emotionally draining as well as just physically draining. We're just touching the screen, YouTube. Just touching the screen. But yeah, it was very draining. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good. Appreciate you coming by, Brookside. How's the farming life? I know you did farming and trucking. Maybe you're doing trucking right now and you're on the road. For the amount of people converted yesterday, that's be amazing. Yeah, there was some people standing up. Are you excited for Halloween? Nope, I do not celebrate Halloween. That is the Devil's Day. I'll just say it how it is. That is the Devil's Day. And we don't need to celebrate evil. That's the same reason why we don't celebrate like other people did about Charlie Kirk's murder. His assassination. That's celebrating evil. We don't celebrate Halloween because that's celebrating evil. Just to put it simply put. The devil should not have a day. Talks. Amen. Everybody put a heart in the chat for that. Like for that. That is so true. Steel Dynamics. Is that an HK MP5? So, yes and no. It's a AP5 Century Arms with HK MP5 internals. Big mouthful, but that's how I bought it. Now, if you look, it does have a 3-position trigger. I've never shot it in that lower one, so I have no idea what it does. It came that way. So I need to try it out. If you put it in the number 1, you got the 0 for safety, 1 for fire. If you put in that one and hold the trigger, and then flip it into the lower one, the trigger goes back farther. So I'm not sure if it does something or not, but we'll try it sometime. But you mostly just dress up for it. Yeah, people do. But the thing behind Halloween, you should look up the history of Halloween. It's very sad. Okay, wife and truck. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye, papas. See ya. Which one do you prefer, AK variant or AR variant? So, tension, I really like both of them. But if I was going to, like, my life depended on it and reliability and longevity, an AK blows the AR out of water. It is resilient in so many ways that the AR is not, and can go through so many things. Not only that, you could fix the AK by just sticking a piece of metal. If the spring breaks, put a rubber band, shove this thing in there, shove that in there, and it'll still work. You can't do that with the AR. So I love my AR, but I prefer an AK because of it'll outlast it any day. Gianna, you're back. Welcome. But around October month, they have horror movies. Last year wasn't a good year for horror movies. In my opinion, nothing good. I was never a horror movie guy, let alone we didn't watch much movies growing up. Even now, I watch a lot of documentaries on YouTube in like real life instances and stuff, history stuff, but not movies. Let's see here. 47 you in the chat. Thank you guys for showing up. Like and subscribe. Let's see. Where's that one guy at? Talks. You deserve a face reveal for that. That the devil doesn't deserve his own day. I like that. Thank you, buddy. Like and subscribe, guys. If you could, we'd really appreciate it, Mr. Talks. That was a lot. I like that. Let's see. We will probably quit here in about 10 minutes. It'll be up at our 2-hour counter where we usually slow down. Street Dynamics says in Pakistan, POF also make MP5 under HK license, and G3 also with its modified versions. Nice. G3s, I hear they're pretty cool. I got a buddy, FAL man. He lives in Arizona here too. He has an FAL. He wants to buy a G3 one of these days. His FAL is a DAI. I think it's not an FN brand. It's the clone, kind of like my MP5, but they're still good stuff. The MP5, I just bought that brace for it. We did a live unboxing on it like 2-3 days ago. The box is still here sitting on my floor for the hand thingy there, the brace. It's a collapsible. That's what I wanted. Optics Planet had a very nice deal on the collapsible, so that's what we got. Let's see here. 44 of you in the chat. I see the hearts going up. Could you like as well? We'd appreciate that. Hearts do a little bit for the channel, I think. Maybe. Subscriptions do a lot for the channel, and so do thumbs up. Uomanormail 21. I love. Thank you. Appreciate it. If you like it so much, could you put a thumbs up in the channel? Maybe you already did. Double tap that screen. It helps. Double tapping the screen gives us the likes. Appreciate that. Or hitting that little arrow, the little thumbs up. Thank you. I am back, says Jackson Kemp. Did anybody show up on your live, hopefully? 36 of you in the chat. Appreciate you for showing up, guys. Appreciate you. Today's Bolt Action Monday. If you're wondering why there's so many bolt actions out, that's why. If I had one more, it'd fall off. I do have one more. It's right there. It's the 12 gauge right there. Marlin Original Goose. Tell you one thing, guys. I'm starting to get hungry. I didn't have breakfast this morning. And it's 12:43. My buddy's probably just about home to come for lunch. He's not my roommate. I'm a horror movie person myself. I personally watch Night of the Living Dead on every... Sorry, guys, it just reset there. I was reading that. Personally, Living Dead every October 31st. I guess it's a weird tradition I do. Can't be the classic, though. Okay. Night of the Living Dead. I'm not sure if I've heard of that one or not. Like I said, I'm just not a movie buff guy. We didn't grow up watching a lot of movies. We watched a lot of black and white westerns. And I think we watched Indiana Jones, Ark of the Covenant. I remember that one because I remember the guy's face melting off and all the snakes. But yeah, growing up. Then we quit watching movies for a long time. And then, I watched documentaries, history, science stuff. archaeology stuff, presentations of people's life on YouTube and stuff, history, yeah. The very first zombie movie came out in 1968. Really? Okay. No clue. I wouldn't know that one. Someone subscribe. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Means a lot to us. And the channel. Do you have any Western guns? Well, Jackson, lever actions are Western, I guess. And then I do have the lever shotgun from 1901. That would have been a Western gun. And then I have a 45 Cimarron Colt in there. And some other revolvers. That's Night Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead. Okay. Oh, let's see here. I just screenshot because I was going to look that up, see if that history's right. I didn't know when the first zombie movie came out. No clue. No clue. 45 in the chat. Thanks for coming by. My bad. I got getting so many typos. Oh, no worries. It's just life. It's life. What would life be like if everything was perfect? God tried to start it out perfect, but unfortunately man had his God gave each one of us a personal choice, and Adam and Eve took the wrong choice. Do you have any mafia guns? So like a Thompson? No. Tension Free says, show me an AK-74. I don't have an AK-74. I have an AK-47. The 74 would be what? The 5.4 by 39? Mine's a 7.62 by 39. It's right there. Would you need the same rifle? Why would you need the same rifle a bunch of times? They aren't actually. Most of them are different. The only ones that are all the same is these three front ones are 22s for nephews when they come and they can do plinking. All the rest are different calibers, so. As well as all those are different calibers. The shotguns aren't. A lot of those are 12 gauges, but it depends what you use them for. I collect old double barrel 12 gauges. Do you have a 1911? I do. It's in the cabinet in there. I take requests, by the way. If you want to see something and you ask for it and say, hey, can I see it in the next chat, the next live? And so I'll put it out on the table for the next live, which will be tonight, by the way. I had a pen. Where did that little pen go? Where did my pen go? Where did my pen go? Oh, where is my pen? And Glock. I have one Glock. It is in there. It's a Glock 20. It's inside my gun cabinet, gun safe. Any Cooey guns? Brendan, I'm not sure what you're meaning by that. What documentaries would you recommend if someone watched some? I like documentaries about like creation, about history stuff. What else? All sorts of good stuff. A Gen 5. I don't think they make a Gen 5 Glock 20. It's a 10 mil. I don't think they make a Gen 5 Model 20 yet. I don't think so. Are you by chance Texan? No, I am Arizonan. Born and raised in Arizona, and I still live in Arizona right now. They do. Okay, Mr. G. Lock. Didn't know that. Good to know. Do you have any 6.5 Creed? I don't have any 6.5 Creed. I do not. Thanks for coming by. Caught W Edits. It looks like you do some hunting. You got a picture of an elk or a big deer. Nice. Coo is an old company. Do you hang shotguns? I do not have any Cooeys then. Jackson says you have an AR-15. Yes, over there. Right there. Sorry for the jerking there. Jackson, I want a rifle. Hey, welcome to the chat, buddy. Mr. Baraka says, love from Israel. Thank you for coming by. I've had one or two people from Israel. Not today, though. You're the first one today. Is that an AK and Russian one or a copy made by another country? Street Dynamics, that is a real Kalashnikov. Do you have a 308? I have one 308. It is this black stock right here where this bullet's hit is by the butt. It's a 308 Savage Axis Mark 1. Do you have any 7mm mag? I do not. Jackson says he's from Germany. Thank you. Welcome. I am originally from German descent. My last name is Grenwald, or Grunwald. Means green forest or green wood. Sweet, nice collection, by the way. Thank you. Count W edits. I like FUD guns, lever bolts, and revolvers. So we got levers here. Those are regular old levers. We got a lever shotgun 10 gauge right here, and then I have a lever action model 99 chambered in 33. Sorry, chambered in 300 Savage. Yes, that is how you spell it. Is a 9mm really 9mm in scale? Isn't it's technically 357 or 38, isn't it? This is the kind of content I recommend. The Swedish Jerk. I like the name, by the way. Because it's like an oxymoron, because jerks aren't sweet, not normally. Renzo the Red, welcome back to the chat. Do you have a 5.7? Jackson Kemp, I have two of them. I have an FN 5.7 and I have a PSA Rock 5.7. You have a Smith carbine, and I like it. I love bolt actions. Thank you, Zero Optimism. Those are all my bolt actions I have there. Ranges, I got 22, 17 HMR, 7.62 by 54R, 308, 30-06, 270, 303 British, 8mm Mauser, and a 338 Lapua. What's the biggest caliber you own, and what's the limitations of Arizona? Chryso. My biggest caliber I have for a bolt action is 338 Lapua, but the biggest I actually have is this old 5.77 Schneider from 1860. It's got a 24 gauge, pretty much anyway, 24 gauge hole in it. Legality limitations of Arizona is almost non-existent. We almost don't have any. We can buy even MGs if you want with the right paperwork. We can constitutional carry inside or outside. AK full auto. It's semi. We'll have a really good day. I have to go. Okay, see you, buddy. 50 cal. No, that one back there is a 338 Lapua. I don't own a 50. This is a really cool username. Thank you. The and more. It's called Desert Armory and more. The and more. Well, the desert part is because I live in the desert. Southern Arizona is desert over here. And then the and more is I do shorts of shooting, shorts of hiking, outdoors, exploring, shorts of some of my handyman stuff I do. I dream to have all these. Thank you, Mr. Baracus. Thank you. Germany is a municipal weapon law. So is a lot of that over there. Where you live is 50 cal legal. Yes, it is. Wow, says Jackson. I have a feeling you probably own a Lee Enfield. Yes, I do. It is right there. Let's see if I can get something to point at it. Right here. It's a 303 Lee Enfield, actually made by Savage at the time, from 43. It's been sporterized, so they took the wood off from right here to the front and the top. Someone put a little scope on it too. It's a number 4 Mark 1. Just touching the screen, YouTube. Nothing else. In Germany, it's illegal to buy for normal public. Yeah, I hear that. Krankenshaw means what? I have no idea what Krankenhosh means. And I love your collection. I kind of collect Milsurp, like 2 absolutely level guns. Thank you. Lego Gone Gaming. Nice name, by the way. I used to play with Legos all the time when I was growing up. I still do with the nephews. I do have a couple sets right there. It's kind of a mess, but the Taj Mahal a customer gave me, I've never put together. They did once. Let's see here. Do you hunt bighorn sheep out of Arizona? You could if you can get it. Bighorn sheep is almost a once-in-a-lifetime tag to get. It's a lottery system here for big games. I can't get 22 without Linsons. Okay. Well, that's cool. I thought civilians couldn't own calibers that big, except from Texas. No, you can own 50 cal here, no problem. That's pretty cool, Liam Field. Thank you. I have an Indian number 1 Mark 3. Nice. Still in original. Sweet. Not from the U.S. Do you understand German? No, I do not. Tension-free. I did a little bit of studying of German, but I decided to pursue Spanish more, and I would know that a lot better. Do you play video games? I do not. Didn't grow up playing video games, and I don't either now. The only thing we played growing up was Oregon Trail And then sometimes when we went to our friend's place, we played Donkey Kong and Sonic. My cousin had on Nintendo 64, and what would have been the one before that? Just Nintendo, I guess. It's a Lee Enfield, a British World War II version. It is. It's a Lee Enfield made by Savage. It's made in 1943, so it is a World War II. And then my Mosin Nagant is World War II as well. It's made in 43 as well. Now the Mauser's between World War One and World War II. It's a 1938, 1939. Thanks for that subscription. Somebody just gave us one. Appreciate that. This lever action right here is my oldest lever action. It's a 1895 chambered in 32 Winchester centerfire, so it's 3220. Then this one is early 1900s. This one's early 1900s. This one's from the 70s. It's a 44 mag, and this is my 30-30 I bought in like 2013. As a Chilean, the fact that any person can own a 50 automatic rifle with no trouble amazes me. Well, it's trouble as in like you have to get special paperwork for it, but muchos gustos te daré mi amor. Saludos desde Texas. Thank you. Let's see here. But yeah, you can get full auto stuff in the U.S. in a lot of states if you do the right paperwork. Are the Winchester rifles of yours same in power? Well, they're different cartridges. Like this one, 44 mag. This one's a 32. This one's a 25-20. This one's a 25-20. This is a 32. This one is a 25-35. So it's a little smaller than a 30-30. And then that's 30-30. Those are the Winchesters. I do have the lever action Winchester shotgun right here, model 1901, made 1901. Can you own a fully operating APC? I'm not even sure what an APC is, or when it was made, because it could be exempt depending what year it was. The pre-1980 ban. Just touching the screen, and if it's a transferable and all that stuff. So that part I do not know. 67 of you in the chat, guys. Appreciate it. Double tap the screen. Subscribe if you could. Means a lot to us. Maybe you don't like guns, but you like hiking and maybe target practicing or exploring old mines. I have shorts of that stuff if you like that. So scroll through my shorts if you like that stuff. Subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. The other lever action I have is the Model 99 Savage, chambered in 99. But yeah, maybe you can explain what you mean by an APC. Crazoa. Don't know what that is. And also, if you have any questions about Charlie Kirk's memorial, I was there yesterday at the live in the stadium. I did some shorts of that just a little bit ago. My camera roll number 2 got pulled by YouTube because it had people singing in the background. They figured it was a copyright infringement, so they pulled it. I appealed it. They let one of the songs pass, and they still have to approve the second song in it. So once they approve both, camera reel number 2 will go up too. I got numbered 1 up and number 3. Does shooting guns without ear protection hurt your ears? Yes, it does. An armored personal carrier. Well, you could, Crazoa, you could buy an old armored truck, like an old bank armored truck. You can buy those at auction yards. So technically, that could be one of those. Jason, amen. Yes, obviously tension free. If you shoot with earplugs off, it would hurt your ears. I used to badly want the Marlin 38 lever action. Can't hardly find the special ammo for it now. Huh. I didn't know they made 308 in that version of Hornady. I have it in 30-30, in 270, as well as my 25-35, which is hard to find. My loudest gun is probably one of my 10 gauges, if not my 338 Lapua, which is right there, that real big one in the back, the sniper. That one back there, the real big one. They're both really loud. Also, I have 2 pistols that are really loud. My 460 Smith & Wesson is in that blue box, and then I have a 500 revolver in this gun safe. 308 with a rim. That's interesting. I've never heard of that. 308 with a rim. Huh. That's similar to the 2530 that I have then, the 2535. Well, it's a smaller bullet, though. That'd be more similar to 30-30. A 308 rimmed. I just screenshot that because I want to look that up, maybe. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. 67 of you in the chat, guys. Just think if all of you that aren't subscribed would, we could get past 1,400. Wouldn't that be great? Ballistics were compared to 308 Winchester, drops just slightly quicker. Gotcha. Should we do a countdown to subscriptions, guys? See if we can get all of you to subscribe. There's 71 of you in the chat. Probably less than half of you are subscribed. Came out with it. My buddy has one, came out in the 2000s. Okay. Let's see if we can at least get one subscription, guys. Let's get one subscription. Come on, guys. Oh, we got one. Thank you, guys. Let's do a countdown for another. Ready? We're starting at 5. Let's get some subscriptions, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, we got one right when we were counting down before, I think. Thank you, guys. Subscribe. Jesus, don't you want to share one of those rifles with a poor boy like me? My name's not Jesus. But, or Jesus, as it would for Mexicans. Thanks for coming by. Box myself. Not sure how you could box yourself. That'd be a little hard. I guess you're hitting yourself. Thanks for that subscription, guys. Someone just gave me another one. That deserves a face reveal. Thank you. Means a lot. Appreciate it. If you got any questions about the guns on the table throughout the room, let me know. We're also taking questions of Charlie Kirk's memorial. I was there last night. So if you like that stuff, go ahead and ask away. Be polite, please. Let's see. 308 Marlin Express is the actual name of that round. Oh, I might have heard of that one then. I'm screenshotting that one again. I got to look that up. And it was in a lever action. Let's see. Do you think Donald Trump's speech was disrespectful to Charlie? Nope. I don't think so. Being the president, he can say what he would like about Charlie and then bring anything else in whenever he would like, how he would like. Like the spilling the beans about what he's talking about today, maybe he already did, about the autism and other stuff he talked about. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. A Marlin Express. I might have seen a box of it at my local gun and pawn because they have some oddball rounds there. Sometimes people come in and then pawn it off. But it'd be like 1 or 2 boxes of it. I'll have to check next time I'm in there. I think maybe the one thing you're talking about, maybe he was disrespectful, was when he said he didn't agree with them on how he loves them no matter what Charlie did, but Trump said, I don't agree with that myself. He doesn't like his opponents. That might be what you're talking about. Do you own an M16A1? I do not. Sorry, you asked already. I'm sorry, I did not answer that one. Biltong Hut says, do you actually think we're being told the truth about the cartridge used in assassination? I mean, we know the damage 306 does, but that looked like something... Bilton, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't add up. It could have been that. We also do know that his killer was contacted back and forth with somebody else about where they would find the gun hidden. They're trying to figure out who that was he was contacted with. We also know a 30-06 in that environment of a bowl would have been super, super loud unless it had a silencer on it. But the arm showed had no silencer on it. Go figures, right? Jason says, I would like to have a 44 mag, but in pump gun, they made them in the 80s. Okay. I have a 44 mag lever action, that second one from the bottom. It's a Winchester Model 94 AE. Believe it's made in the 70s. But yeah, you're right, Bilton. Doesn't add up, some of the stuff. Definitely doesn't add up. Well, I better I'm gonna have to quit my live here soon, even though I got 64 people in the chat, 65 now. Guys, if you're not subscribed, if you could, I'd really appreciate it. Like and subscribe. I don't think all 65 of you are. If you would, we'd get past our 1,400 today. That would be great. If you like this stuff, someone just liked. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I've never heard of a 44 Magnum pump. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Let me screenshot that. So you said that was in the 80s. Someone unsubscribed. Oh well. My thoughts exactly. A lot of things do not add up. I have a gut feeling the poor boy is just being framed. Possibly, yeah. Some of the stuff with Donald Trump's too. Dolph Lundgren. Hey! R.I.P. Charlie Kirk, he will always be missed. Yes, they were made in Europe. Okay. Yes, he will be Dolph Lundgren. I was there at the memorial yesterday, and the most profound time of the whole thing was when Erica was up there saying, I forgive the shooter who shot my husband. All of us, like so many of us, had tears in our eyes when she was up there. My buddy next to me that came with me, he was crying. I was crying. Try not to let too many of them drop and flow, but it hurt so much to see that. While I was there listening to her, I was like, Lord, get her through this. She's hardly holding it together. Help her, Lord, to say the words she needs to say in front of all these people. And then she just about fully lost it when she was walking off. They followed the camera out with her. She broke down right there a little bit and then kept walking. But that takes a lot to forgive someone like that. Asher, yes. And she quoted a scripture verse, I think, how she talked about how that Christ said to forgive those our trespasses, And that's true. That's what we need to do. For God to forgive our trespasses, we also need to forgive those who have trespassed against us. And that is so true. I'm a believer as well. And I learned some stuff there. I really appreciate how the salvation and how that message was being portrayed in America, live TV, not afraid of their faith. And it was really bold of people to do that and to stick their necks out. Everybody wishes they were her strength. Right. She said they know not what they do. Yes, that was exactly what word she said. Yes, because he sort of might have known what he did, but at the same time, she had the same thoughts. I think it was someone brought up Stephen too, Benny Johnson, about how through Stephen's death, Paul, that wrote like 90% of the New Testament, 80% of the New Testament, through his death was converted. Hey, good afternoon, Raging Bullets. Amen, says Jonathan Cap. Thank you. Tina, amen. George Puckett, welcome. Are those all 22s? No, just this one, that one, and that one. The rest are all sorts of different. Today is Boltac, as well as making comments and requests about Charlie Kirk's, memorial. I was there yesterday. Let's see here. Do you have any Ira Johnson shotguns? I have one Ira Johnson shotgun. It's this little single shot 410, and I have 2 or 3 Ira Johnson top tilt, like a Schofield pistols, revolvers. I have lots of old stuff. So, do you have any BARs? I do not. That would have been cool to have. 4th Division. Thank you for his service, my friend Ash. My great-grandpa was in World War II in the Marines. He went to, I don't know what division he was in, but he did go to the first wave on some of those Japanese islands. Barnum, Albert Johnson, sorry typo. Yes, hopefully I answered that question okay. More of a revival yesterday. I loved it. Yes, you could feel the revival spirit. She's forgiving someone who probably didn't do it. Possibly. Wade, he confused to his family. Confessed to he did, yes. This will blow your mind. Hornady actually made a 338 Marlin Express as well. So I knew they made a 338. Let's see here. There was a 338 Remington mag. Is that what it was called? 338 Remington mag. Of course, they just came out with a 338 Blackout or something like that. It's short and a super long lead. That's a 338, but it's a dinky little cartridge like a Blackout, like the 6.5 Blackout or the 8.6 Western or whatever it is. 4090 of you in the chat. Guys, a couple of you subscribed. I'd like that. I thought we had 1387. A couple might have went away. Hey, Z-Brol. What's up? How are you? He says what's up as well. Today, we're talking about Bolt Action Mondays. What bolt actions do you own? And then, well, there was a 8.6 Western, too. A 6.5 Western, I forget. Oh, a 338 ARC. There we go. And we're also talking about Zabroli. I was at Charlie Kirk's memorial yesterday, so if you got any questions, let me know. Just no hate speech, please. You will be blocked if you get that. We finally went live yesterday for the first time, maybe half an hour. Good for you. I would suggest staying about at least an hour, hour and a half, so you can get your views in better. Yo, I'm back. The Gaming Crypt. How are you? How are you? Today's subject is Bolt Action Monday, as well as talking about Charlie Kirk's memorial. I was there yesterday in the stadium. I was on like the third row up, back by the big sign that said Charlie Kirk on it. Amen, Z Broly. R.I.P. Yep. I'm sorry, it's wild you're showing guns on Charlie Kirk. I know it might seem wild. Maybe it's just weird. It's just this is what my lives are about guns. But at the same time, he promoted them. I know it might seem a little strange. Let's see. 338 ME is a 338 Federal with a rim. Got you. Great. How are you doing? I'm a little tired out from yesterday. Emotionally drained. Physically drained and strength a little bit. Left at 3, roughly. Got back at 9. Yes, those are Winchesters. Paula, yeah, I'm sorry if it seems a little strange. I know after I started it, maybe I thought, maybe that's a little off-putting for some people. So I apologize if that seems a little off-putting. I think Kirk would understand if he was here. Because I thought, well, it's the day after. Unless I do a live that's specifically asking questions, I'm not a gun channel. I mean, I am a gun channel somewhat, as well as I do shorts of exploring, creation, and hiking and stuff. So I do a variety of stuff. Yeah, all of those are Winchesters, but the lowest one, it's a Rossi. Give me. What's the oldest one you got? Of levers? This one right here. It's a Model 92 chambered in 32 Winchester centerfire, which is a 3220, and it's made in 1895. It's a hexagon barrel, original finish. That's my oldest lever action. My next oldest would be a 1901 shotgun, which is actually to my right. It's a 10 gauge. It's right here. 1901, made in 1901. And then those other ones kind of fall all in. Like this is early 1900s. This one's early 1900s. This is a 44 mag made in 70s, early 70s, late 60s. And then this is a modern one. It's a 3030. I do have one lever action in here. That's a Model 99 chambered in 300 Savage. You guys are coming late on the channel here. I will have another live later in the day, about 6 p.m. Arizona time. I will be winding this down shortly in about 5 minutes. I've been on 2 hours and 23, so we'll make it 2 hours and 30. You got any pump actions? I do have shotguns. I got 3 pump action shotguns, a 20 and 2 12s. The 20 is a Weatherby, 120 is a Winchester 1200, and the other 20 is a Sears and Roebuck 200, which was either made by Remington or Winchester. Got any? You good in prison? Nope, never been to prison. What's the oldest gun you first got, and what's the first gun I got was this little 22 here. It's a Mark II Savage bolt action. What's the newest old gun you got? I'm not sure what you mean by newest old gun. I don't know how to answer that one. My oldest gun I own is back behind me here. It's this hex barrel right here, Kentucky rifle from 1820 to 1860. It's a percussion. Let's see here. I don't have the pump actions out, Opel. 2 of them are still in my car from a dove hunt the other day, and then my 20 gauge is in there in a sock. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Nish? We're talking about guns. we're talking about Bolt Action Monday. And also, if you have any questions about Charlie Kirk's memorial, I was there yesterday. Let's see here. Any 28 gauge? Tweet, I don't. I have a 16 gauge. I have a 410. I do have a 24 gauge shell that I'm going to use for my 5.77 Schneider to make ammo for it. So how's the memorial? It was pretty good. It was exciting. It was draining. It was sad. It was energizing as well. Vigorating, I guess you'd call it, and just all around a good experience. Do you hunt? I just did some dove the other day. I have a whitetail mid-November coming up. If yes, what is your all-around cartridge to use for medium to big game? I am going to use. My state allows neck-down cartridges. I'm in southern Arizona, so I'm going to use a 270 for with the scope on it, which is this one right here with this big scope. It's a 270 Remington 700. It's made in the late 60s, early 70s, I believe. And then I'm going to use that lever action 30-30. That's right there. I just stuck in for bison spring. I put in for bison fall, didn't get it. I just put in for bison spring, and I also put in for spring javelina. So we'll see if we get anything. Dove, some good eating. That's what I hear. I've had it a long time ago. Actually, a couple days ago, my live started out of me defeathering, degutting, and cutting up the dove. Hello from UK. Leon, welcome. How are you today? Leon, thanks for coming. Britain or UK, somewhere around there. I have a couple other people that come from there. Appreciate you coming by. I think earlier someone was just on here from the UK. They might still be on. And then I have, 4 or 5 others that come regularly. How's the procedure to get a gun in America? So you need to have a resident here, like that you're actually a citizen. You need your driver's license, and then you need to pass a background check. It's the 44, what do they call that form? 4497? I forget. 4492? Can't remember. A background check. You go to the store and buy it with an ID. You need more than an ID. You have to do a background check. I'm great. Thank you. I love your stream. Keep the good work. Thank you for coming by, Leon. Appreciate it. Yeah, 4473. There you go. I knew it was something like that. Yeah, you got to pass that too. Now, depending on what state you live, some states, which mine allows it, you can buy guns privately without having to go through FFL or pass a 4473, like at the local swap meet or a yard sale or whatever. On average, how much time? Well, if you're a good guy, it usually is your background will pass within a couple minutes. After you do your 4473, they put it through the system, and if you pass, it only takes a couple minutes. Mine only takes a few seconds. What happened to the MP5? It's right there, brother. Excuse me, it's right here. Yep, as long as it's the same state you're in. Yeah. There it is, right there. We just stuck the brace on the other day. Did a, what do you call it, live unboxing of it. The box is still over there. I need to toss the packaging yet, but 20 minutes. The background check in my state is instant. Yeah, it takes about maybe 10 minutes to fill out the form, and then like barely anything to do the other. Yeah, no waiting periods in Arizona either. California was a 10-day from when you bought it. You do your 4473, pay for that, and then you got to put some of the money up front or all of it to buy the gun, and then wait 10 days before you could pick it up. And then, yeah, over in some places, some states, it's 3 days, even 3 months to get a FOID card. Yes. Now, California had a different card. It wasn't a FOID card. It was called the FSC card, which you could get the same day if you passed. It stands for Firearm Safety Card. So if you take the test, which is easy, it's just talking about safety and common sense. If you pass that, they make that. Then you could put in for a background check and buy a gun, and then wait the 10 days. What's your favorite firearm you own? I have mine in categories. Leon, my favorite on the table, since we're talking about bolt actions today, is my bolt action 338 Lapua Precision in the back. It's a Ruger in the back there, that really big one. My favorite semi-automatic pistol is my Canik TTI Combat. It's in that case there. My favorite lever action is this one right here. It's an 1895 32 Winchester centerfire Model 92 lever. My favorite semi-automatic is my AK right here. My favorite shotgun is this double-barrel Beretta Silverhawk. So yeah, hopefully that helps. It's fascinating that you guys have it easy in South Africa. They made it a very lengthy process first to get training. Well, actually, California, if you do hunts, you need to do training. You do safety courses. So some of that varies by state. And then comes competency when it comes to license part, could take months. Yeah, I hear UK takes like up to 3 years. What's the oldest gun you have? Mine is a 410. That's about 106 years old to 112. That's about how old my 410 is as well. I have a 410 Ivor Johnson right here. But that's not my oldest gun. My oldest gun is this Kentucky rifle right here. It's from 1860 to 1820, somewhere in that window. It's a percussion. What's with all the guns and why? Jack Johnson, it's America. Let freedom reign. We can have as many as we'd like. And we love shooting. And spending time with family while we do it a lot of times. And by choice. Yep. I got my gun and stuff, then took a class Biltron. Okay. A Biltron, got you. Based on experience, which pistol is the best for protection and comfortability? Well, comfort depends on your hand shape. Some guns, some people like the ergonomics of a Glock. I don't. I prefer a Walther or a Canik. In Canada, and agree. Yeah, Canada is very hard for... they take, what, a year or two? It takes a while. American freedom, funny stuff. But it's good stuff. It might be funny stuff, Jack, but it's good stuff. I carry a cheap Toro. It's optics rated. It's like a Glock. Yeah, cheap. What does 30-06 mean? I'm from the UK. So 30-06 is a 3, 0, a dash, 0, and then a 6. It's a round of a bullet. It's a caliber series. There we go. It'd be right here. I'm in Europe, pretty free out here. You can easily buy a gun. I thought Europe was kind of hard too. There's a 30-06 right there for deer. Anywhere from 6 months to a year to your license to get a gun in Canada. Right. And then you have to be part of a group maybe to shoot. Ah, cool, says Nash Funk. Welcome. Barely noticed mine in my waistband, but yeah, it's a gun. It go bang, and it's so cheap I even needed to defend myself, and police took it. It wouldn't hurt for like 7-1 can. I know, right? Actually, that's not that big. Well, it's kind of funny. So, let's see here. Let's see here, folks. So the leftist. Here's a 223. Of course, it's green tip, so it's got a steel core. This is the round that the leftists are yelling and crying and saying it's such a powerful round. It is so strong. Blah, 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 blah. But their grandpa's 30-06, they have no complaint about because it's a bolt-action hunting rifle. When what shoots this is called a modern sporting rifle. They never complain about the 30-06. It's 3 times as powerful as a 223 5.56. Leftist, what's up with you guys? Get a brain. Look at the difference. Look at that. It's just that this one's made in an AR-15 platform. This one isn't, so they complain about it. Let alone, they say nothing about this one, a 338 Lapua, and that's even bigger yet. Nothing. They say nothing about that. Yeah, anyways, same here in Ohio. Okay, who gives a bleep about a gun? Women can walk here in the middle of the night alone. Any danger? Yeah, there is people in danger, Jack Jones. I've been to some of those countries. Is there a lot white-tailed deer in Arizona? There is. It's not as big as the ones in Virginia, though. I hear the ones back east are different. I see coyotes pretty often, too. Same here. Same here. They have coyotes pretty often here. You can hunt coyotes here year round. You just need a hunting license in Arizona. Let's see here. Guys, if you're new to the channel, like this stuff. Double tap the screen, like and subscribe if you could. We do shorts of shooting, shorts of talking about gun history, shorts of outdoors. We got a hunt coming up, so we're going to do some shorts of that. Whitetail, that's mid-November. We did some shorts of shooting some dove the other day. All sorts of stuff. Shorts of hiking. Where were you? Who is in danger? I'm in Arizona. No guns, no school shootings, no gangs. The bad guys still know how to get them, Jackson, though. They'll always be evil, so it doesn't matter how much control you put in. Yeah, stabbings too. That's why UK is trying to outlaw knives. They're trying to outlaw a knife. There's probably shooting 2 times a day in my city. Yeah, if you're Chicago, it happens all the time. Is there any gun that will take a 3.6 in full? Some do. Those are hard to attain, though. Bolt action only? Well, I have a 30-06. It's this wood one with that cushion on the back right there. It's a Remington 700. It's an old gun. It's from the 60s or 70s. Hey, do you have a Car 98K? I do not. It takes less than a couple seconds for someone 10 feet from you to lunge at you with a knife. I know, right? Oh, screen shut off, guys. Let me turn that back on. All right. Do you have any? Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to have to shut this off. I got stuff to do the rest of the day. Call customers up. Line up jobs for the week. Make some lunch. I never even had breakfast yet, so. Nash Funk Browning, BAR, and 1919. Nice. Between Cleveland and Parma. So it's chill my area, but yeah, East Cleveland is Detroit. Okay, the amount of guns you casually have is. Yeah, good for you. Have a great day. Okay, Leon. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and wind down, guys. There's only 15 people in the chat now, so it's a perfect time to wind down. Appreciate you all coming back to Desert, Armory, and More. Some of you are new. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting Charlie Kirk and his family. Keep praying for them. They need our prayers and those involved. It's just a sad situation. Give the government wisdom to find out what happened. And hopefully tell the truth to us. We want it. Hope to have a good live tonight as well. And when in your pathway, life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Trust God in those times of uncertainties. Instead, ask Him for help. He will shine light on your pathway, and He will give that help to you. Thank you all for coming. We appreciate you showing up. Jason, thank you for showing up here at the end. Sorry you weren't able to stay long. Maybe you were in the background, but anyways. Appreciate you all. Like and subscribe if you could, and share God's love today. Do something kind for someone today. It's free. Thank you. Have a blessed day. See you later on today, about 6 p.m. Arizona time. Bye for now.